Previously on the Lineage of Moonreach. We made it out of the Starlight Plane, and we found ourselves in the abyss of the Underdark. We began our journey to the surface, and we stumbled upon this little drow fella by the name of Chester. And he agreed to help us on our journey because we didn't really know the way out. We traveled for a time, and we found this big bridge, really foreboding bridge over a bottomless pit to nowhere, and then we got ambushed by some weird drow spider thingies, and now we're fighting them. The D20 Syndicate presents The Lineage of Moonreach.
All right.
Yeah.
Good.
Woo!
Okay.
Welcome to the Bleak Place! Blimey!
Hello to our, several Australian listeners. That's like our third highest continent.
Seriously?
Country and continent. Second highest continent.
Is it counted as both?
Yes.
Oh.
I'm sorry if you're offended by my accent. It's not good.
It's not Australian, though.
It's more New
But it's
Zealand-ish.
close.
It's
Geographically, they're pretty close.
New Zealand
Apologize
influence.
to that one person who downloaded it in New Zealand.
I'm sorry,
They
New
were
Zealand.
like, oh, no.
Welcome to the D20 Syndicate podcast.
Hey.
A bi-weekly podcast where we discuss the merits of the countries that are listening to us and the accents that we're probably offending them with.
Places are weird.
Yeah.
Except this place where we're familiar with.
Yes, which is cool. Mm-hmm. It's America.
Merca.
We're in the grass belt, right? Grain belt?
We're in the grain belt.
We're
in a beer
We're in a belt.
of a sorts. We're in the Midwest. That's as specific as we'll get, because otherwise you won't like us.
I mean, our Twitter profile says where we're from.
Well, if you want to find out where we're from, check out our Twitter.
Yeah.
Anyway, I am your... I hate everyone. I hate this.
That was
Each week you listen to me held hostage by by these lunatics. And I am your host and DM, Seth. And around the table, we've got our players.
I'm Tomas. I play Tomas.
I'm Elijah, I play Hirstag.
I'm Lindsey, and I play Pinwin.
And I'm Michaela, and I play Gorbel.
And each week on Mondays and Thursdays, we release these episodes, and it's an ongoing story called The Lineage of Moonreach, as you probably heard in the recap. But we are we're about, 24 episodes in now. And luckily, Tomas is keeping track, because I'd be like, 60, 70? I don't know. But yeah.
Feels like an eternity.
It is. Mm-hmm. It's been a long time. We've actually only been an active podcast for just a little over 2 months. So, yeah. And our views keep climbing. And I think we've hit 2,000 now, or we're very close to hitting 2,000 listens. So we really appreciate it. Those of you who have stuck with us and commented and left reviews and all that good stuff. We're as we left off, we were in the Underdark with Chester the Drow and
The Underdark.
And Chester the Drow was leading them out. And like Hirstag mentioned, you guys were attacked by Driders. There was one Drider, and Tomar launched it off the bridge, and then many started pouring out of this hole in the wall and coming at you, and that's where we had left off.
Are Driders like bees, where you kill one and they release a scent that attracts more of them?
I don't think typically they're like a society.
Did somebody blow a horn or something? Did we make a lot of noise?
I mean, you guys were making tons of noise, but
did we kill one?
Yeah, Tomar launched it into the abyss beneath the bridge.
You ran away.
Did I run?
I think everybody was running, but I think he was protecting Hirstag. So you were protecting somebody.
Well,
I was asleep during the last episode.
Chester fell over.
Yeah, that's what it was. And Hirstag,
you went to help him, I think.
That's
and then Hirstag not having any Well, I guess you're much more capable now, but in the
I'm way
Starlight Plane,
capable.
in the Starlight Plane, he just
I think
had
you
daggers.
just rolled higher initiative or something. You got.
I think I
something.
instinctively ran to help because I was farther ahead.
So how many Driders are we talking?
You saw dozens pouring out of this hole.
Gross. This is my personal nightmare. Ugh.
But yeah,
I don't know what to do.
okay. So you guys are on this bridge, and you have seen now Tomar just ejected one of the Driders into the abyss below the bridge, and you guys all started heading back across, and all of a sudden you heard the and all the Driders started pouring out of the hole that you emerged from originally and start heading your way at a great speed. What would you guys like to do in this moment?
How far onto the bridge are we?
You guys are 3/4 of the way across the bridge now. So you got another 150 feet?
Could we make it before they got to us?
Don't know. They have the entire length of the bridge to move, but they are moving quickly.
I cast plant growth,
Okay.
so I tap the bridge with my staff,
Like Gandalf.
looking super
He's
badass.
Gandalf, guys.
And I reach my hand out,
Are you going to say fly, you fools?
and I say, "Fly, you fools!" No, I
the
don't say
Driders.
that.
Grass, you bitches.
Rise, plants, grow,
Now you sound like Rita Repulsa.
grow, you fools!
You fucking dandelions.
Stupid ass grass. Dumbass piece of shit. Weeds.
It only grows based on his oomph amount, so it is just like dandelion.
They only respond to negative reinforcement.
Come on, you dumb sons of bitches! Yeah! And I
gotta
cast
smack 'em.
plant growth, and I envelop the entire top, the sides, and all the way underneath the bridge.
You're a clever bitch, Elijah.
I sure am. And it spans 150 foot
How far?
radius, I think.
How far away from you are you casting it?
Just up until where we are.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
as far as I can get
Can you draw it?
from... it's like
it
a
would all be
big-ass
this way
bridge.
because you guys are. Well, I guess we can make it this way.
I know, because they're running into this, so we could at least draw from where you are.
Because I assume that I was one of the last ones
I am the last one.
in the group.
You weren't first, Dag. That's right.
And
Faster blaster.
You're gonna have 5 experience for first egg.
so basically 150 feet from where I'm standing towards the beginning of the bridge.
Okay, so it would take up a good portion of it, but I think I mentioned before that it was about 400, 500
Yeah.
feet across.
Big old bridge. To try to slow him down.
Maybe even more than that.
And then I'm going to turn and I'm going to run.
Okay, so you guys watch him step out, and as he described, looking all badass, and taps his staff against the bridge, and you see the glowing green light envelop him, and then all the plants start bursting up through the surface of the actual bridge itself, and you see it climb down the sides, and you can probably surmise that it even went underneath. And then he turns to run. Anybody else want to do anything? You can see the Driders are now they've reached the apex of the bridge, and they're making their way down. Some are crawling on the sides, some are underneath.
I'm going to begin to move forward, but I'm going to do it behind people mostly. Well, not mostly, but partially because everyone's faster than me. Also, because I want to make sure everyone gets out before me. Yes.
Are the
Everyone's faster
Driders
than
making it through the plant growth?
They haven't reached
Well,
it yet.
I'm assuming... Okay,
Can
so
I see around the plant growth?
you and I both have
it's-
20...
Like, see them enough?
They're still way down the edge of the
Okay.
bridge.
You and I both have 25 movement, but I'm also wearing like heavy armor, so like in my head I'm like picturing. Well, but my
It
athletics
doesn't-
is better.
It doesn't technically slow you down.
I know. I'm
yeah,
just
so-
like mentally like a guy in a robe. I would. Think
I mean,
would be
we
faster.
are slower than Gorbel, but we're all slower than Gorbel.
Yeah.
We're about the same speed. I'm pretty sure you have 25 feet, right? Of movement.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you guys would all be running about the same,
Yeah.
and then Chester would be ahead of you.
Unless Pinwin's riding Shadow.
I am
Yes.
riding a shadow.
Okay, so then, yeah, you're up ahead. So you two are in the back,
Where
and
is
it balances
Shadow?
out.
Do we have his mini?
Oh, yeah.
Here, boy.
Let's get the luminescent wolf while we're at it.
So if
Why?
I were to try
Just
to
'cause it's
shoot,
cool.
since you guys are right there, would that not work?
It might be on the table.
If you shoot not us,
Well, that was my intent.
Well, we'll just
to not shoot you.
if he's on it for now, we'll just put it where Pinwin is for now.
Okay.
Unless you want me to grab the wolf.
I think that's fine.
Okay.
Can I try to shoot them and do hail of thorns?
What's your... Oh, yeah, you could probably reach them. It's a mass that's moving at you guys, but it's pretty far away, so it would be close to, the edge of your range.
I would recommend you not shooting unless you're moving while you're doing it. Like,
I'm on top of Shadow, so I can be hanging on to them and turn, shoot.
all right, just don't stop because I want everyone to get out.
Right.
You know.
Right. That was Okay.
Okay, so you're
I'll try.
gonna fire at him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm a halfling, and that is good. Yeah.
You went from 1 to 20. Wow.
Hot
Yeah.
damn, Mama! North Foundry, you are putting us through the emotions.
Maybe don't talk.
This is
Okay, I'm done. Goodbye, guys.
Wowie, North
Maybe
Foundry,
ride.
you did it again. You freaked us out.
I don't know if we mentioned this in the last episode, but
think we may have.
Yeah, we got new dice. Lindsey and Mika got Norse Foundry dice at the con, and I got some easy rollers.
Nice.
And they do roll pretty easy. That was a 2.
But it's the easiest 2 I ever rolled.
It was smooth as butter.
But yeah, Pinwin just rolled a 1, and then since halflings have halfling luck, they get to re-roll 1, and rolled a natural 20 to fire Hail of Thorns.
Yeah.
Pinwin fires. You guys watch him look over his shoulder, riding Shadow, and pulls back tautly on the drawstring, and you watch this just amazing shot fly clear over the plant growth and stick right into a pile of...
Bridge collapses.
And then, of course, roll your max damage and your regular damage for that.
We haven't talked much about our weapons that we have on
Yeah.
the show yet.
Yeah,
We should do that.
should, except for her sword.
Her sword. As he
Gorbel's-
points at
Gorbel's sword.
Gorbel, yeah.
The only female character.
I get confused by max damage. So it's max damage plus my roll?
It's max damage, and then, then you roll again, and then
Okay.
add it all together. That's how we do crits.
Cool, because I rolled my highest damage too. so that'd be
Wow.
8 plus 5, because I didn't make them my enemy. So 13 times 2, 26
26
for
damage.
that alone, and then I'll do that spell was 3rd level, and that is a dex save of 18. And
Well-
for everyone that's in 5 feet from it.
As a natural 20, I'm just going to make it a success, because that was
Hot
pretty
dog.
cool.
Okay.
So they are entangled, and everyone within a 5-foot space.
Yeah.
Is there a size?
Oh, it's not an entangling shot. It's
It's the Hail of Thorns. Yeah,
Hail
sorry.
of Thorns. So that just damages them.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, I meant the other one though, the one that's not Hail of Thorns. Fuck.
Too bad.
It's okay.
Shit.
You probably just killed like a handful.
Well, yeah, I don't want to kill them though. I wanted to entangle them.
You
What
wanna
is
kill 'em.
that?
You
Why
wanna
do
kill
they
'em.
all begin with H? Hail of Thorns.
You could rename your own spells.
Can you
in your head.
re-describe a
I can.
Driders' appearance to Pinwin?
So, yes. Pinwin. They
It's
are...
an evil-looking fucking thing.
It's a giant spider with a drow on top of it. Well, it's basically like a centaur with a spider body instead of a horse body, and they're drows on top. So what Chester is, with the dark complexion, with the light hair, and an
Red
elf,
eyes.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they look pretty menacing and horrible. So you fire Hail of Thorns. You hit one right dead center in the chest, and a group of them clustered around this one pivotal one. And what was your damage?
It's 3d10.
3d10.
So,
So you did the max on that. So 30 plus 23. So 53 damage. You just see the... And several of them, you watch them just tumble from the bridge.
I meant to do ensnaring strike.
Got my spells confused.
Yeah, and Ensnaring Strikes doesn't even start with H. I don't know why I was confused. Hey, well, worked out.
Anybody else going to do anything while you have this moment?
Can I do
I'm a
Ensnaring
hauling
Strike too?
ass.
They're still not through there.
No, they haven't yet reached that. They have a few hundred feet to go before
How
they
far
can...
have we made it across the bridge since this started?
Well, that would be 6 seconds, so not very long, since you guys just did that stuff, and I was giving you a moment to do something else if you wanted to, as like a reaction.
Am
kind
I
of.
within 100 feet
No.
of any of these?
No.
Never mind.
Tomar, you want to do anything? You just run.
No, I told
Okay.
you what I was doing.
All right,
I'm just
you guys
being fast.
start running, and you're. Let's see how we're gonna do this. Everybody, give me a Constitution save, and keep in mind your plane sickness if it affects any of these rolls.
Oh shit, do
I
I
don't
still have a
remember
point
what
of
mine was.
exhaustion?
You do.
No!
What was mine?
What was mine?
Do you guys not write it down?
Why would we do that?
Yeah, we don't like it.
Did you
I
write
wrote
it down?
Chester the
Somewhere.
Dark Elf.
So you had
I had the headache thing.
you had the headache thing. You fucking goddamn.
I was sluggish, but I don't know what
Hirstag
that
had the
means.
dumb, like speaking dumb.
Oh yeah, you have to roll, but you're fine right now.
Pinwin had
Sluggishness.
sluggishness.
Yep. So you had the dex.
Gorbel had a point of
Yeah.
exhaustion.
Yes. So that's what it is.
Hey,
Hold on, what is...
I remember.
What does that do?
So you
Look it
have
up on your phone,
disadvantage
man.
on your
You got
dex
conditions.
and strength saves?
Yeah, it doesn't say what it does.
Yeah, it does.
Look in conditions and click on it.
Click on exhaustion.
Oh.
It's super helpful.
Tell me what
This
conditions
This episode
my
is not brought to you by
condition
D&D
is.
Beyond, but we are
Level
full
one.
avid users of it.
Level 1 is disadvantage on all ability
it
checks.
should have just said,
I don't
Click
see
on it and it'll
sluggish
show
on
you.
here at all.
You wanted to say click on it and it will show you on everything you can click on?
yes.
That's everything.
What
Yes.
is that?
Disadvantage on ability checks. So
Boopity boop.
this would be a disadvantage.
Sluggish isn't there.
Wait, what?
Y-
what
your
was the-
sluggishness was a
He
you
made
get
it up.
disadvantage
Oh, okay.
to your dex.
That's
Right.
unfortunate because one of those was a natural 20. But the other one was 10.
10. Okay. What did everybody else
Oh,
get?
so we're doing Constitution save?
Man,
Yes.
you didn't roll since then?
Yeah, Jesus fuck, guys.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah,
mine
with
was
it.
10, so 19.
Okay.
I got 6.
6. Okay.
20.
Glad I'm leading. This will
Okay.
be good. Well, I'm on shadow, so hopefully.
Okay, so you guys actually start matching up to Gorbel and Chester's speed. Pinwin, you fall a little bit behind, and you're like slightly behind them. That
I'm not gonna,
shot really
I'm
took
not
it out
gonna
of you.
actively get in front of anyone.
Okay.
So if
Gotcha.
if somebody lags behind, I'm gonna slow down.
Okay,
Me
so you
too.
slow down. You two slow down to match with Pinwin. Shadow is, it's kind of you've fired the shot and it kind of puts you off balance. So you had to you lost a little bit of momentum there. But
I'm
Gorbel,
playing it
you were
really cool.
running kind of slow too because you're exhausted. But you're still in front of them
Flip flops flopping.
Wait, is that actually a feature? Because at 2 points of exhaustion, your speed is decreased.
because of the Constitution.
He's
save.
just explaining.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Okay, so you guys are moving a little bit further, and for a few more moments, you guys are moving down this way. And give me a perception check.
Oh, that doesn't have to be.
28.
25.
Oh, 29.
Damn.
8.
Okay, so Gorbel, you were insistent on just heading forward. You three see the first row of Driders hit this plant growth, and you can see that it's immediately slowing them down. Like you just hear them like screaming out in anger, and it sounds like they're actually screaming out in a language. And but yeah, they seem to be fighting their way through this plant growth. Some of them are trying to go down and around it. You watch as one crawls on top of the other one and tries to launch forward, and you can see that it has pushed that one back and landed in the center and is getting a little bit further. But then the others see this, and they start doing the same thing.
Damn.
They start climbing on top of each other and trying to launch off, and some of them are getting caught underneath and being trampled into the ground.
They're playing leapfrog.
How
Basically,
the hell are they jumping like 75 feet?
not over the plant growth, but
To the middle?
They're leaping over.
I'm saying they're leaping into the middle of the stuff, like not the distance middle, but like they're in it now.
They really want it.
Yeah,
basically.
they're trying, and you can see that they're further. They're going and doing the exact same thing, so they're like repeatedly doing this. Those that have landed in the center of the stuff are now getting climbed on and getting. They're trying to get there.
You know what would be really unfortunate if they're really just really big fans of us and really want to meet us.
I want your autograph.
You dropped your wallet.
Maybe we're running into danger, and they're like, "No, stop!"
All right, so. Yeah, you guys continue on, and you're nearing the end, and you can now see with those rolls, you guys, the end of the bridge.
No, I was looking weird at something else.
Oh, and you guys are nearing the end of the bridge, and we'll do a rolling roll for you guys, and you guys can now see that the first wave have now broken through the plant growth, and they're picking up speed after you. Everybody, give me another Constitution.
20. You had 16.
16.
16.
So you guys watch Pinwin is starting to fall behind again. Shadow seems to be like getting maybe a little bit nervous, and so it's slowing down your speed there, Pinwin, as they start to gain on you guys. So you guys seeing Pinwin slow down, you're still clearing ahead, you and Chester. And you guys start seeing that Pinwin's slowing down, so you guys would probably slow down too to match with Pinwin?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so after another moment, you and Chester reach the end of the bridge, Gorbel, but you look and see that they're still many paces behind you guys, and now you guys can now see that 2 Driders have cleared ahead of the others and are quickly approaching you, and now they're within 40 feet of you.
Oh, damn.
How many more are behind them?
Dozens.
Dozens?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you allowing us to do something?
Give me 1 sec. I'll allow Gorbel to do something first.
Okay.
How far am I from the Driders?
You're probably 100 feet from the Driders.
From how many of them?
2 of them.
Just the 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'm going to do it anyway. Because I don't think I've done the spell yet.
Okay.
I'm excited.
I've got one I want to use too.
I like how excited you guys are to use these spells.
New motherfucking spells. Reverse gravity.
Oh, shit.
Or we're just doing that.
That sounds
cool.
So you probably take like maybe 10 steps forward so that they're well within inside the 100 feet. So you, Gorbel, run forward, and you kind of have the distance between you and Hirstag and Tomar and Pinwin and Shadow. And how do you cast this? What do you do to cast it? Like, physically?
I thrust my arms out with my hands outstretched, and I lift them up.
Okay. Cool. So you so you guys see Gorbel run straight out, hands come straight out, and then as if lifting a great weight, throws her hands in the air, and all of a sudden, these Driders that were feet from you, all of a sudden are now, they freeze for a second, and then immediately fly clear up into the air, smashing into the roof about 90 feet above you.
Did you do the saves? Or is it just because there's nothing to grab onto?
Yeah, they have nothing to grab onto.
Okay.
And so you guys watch these 2 Driders just, and you can see, just because they were on the edge, the Driders behind them, there's about 10 Driders that were behind them, also get thrown up to the ceiling, smash super hard, and since that's 90 feet, I mean, I'm not even going to roll for the fall damage, that'll kill them. So they get just smashed on the ceiling, and then they drop down into the abyss below. All right, you guys have a moment.
I really hope I didn't.
How many more?
Run!
I'm going to run.
Okay, there's dozens more, but they're just beyond that rate. Probably another, 70 feet away from you guys.
Everybody come up to me real quick.
Okay.
I'm going to perform Shield of the Fade.
Okay.
You transport yourself and up to 5 other beings of your choice into the bridge between worlds for 5 minutes. For the duration, you and your allies appear as blurry shapes to enemies around you. Cool. You and your allies receive advantage on stealth checks and a bonus to AC equal to your dimension die roll. For the duration, 7. So you have 7 extra AC right now. I need to maintain concentration, so if I do get hit somehow, then yeah. The effects of the shield are contained within a 30-foot radius, and end immediately if you or any ally step outside of the boundaries.
Okay.
So as long as everyone stays within a 30-foot radius of me and we move, will be like blurry for like 5 minutes and hard to see and stuff.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so everybody runs to you, Tomar, and you. How do you cast a spell? What does it look like?
So I move my hands out in a wave, and then I slap my hands together, and then like a weird bubble forms around us.
So you guys watch this bubble just float around you guys, and now you guys feel like you're pretty difficult to spot. It'll
probably feel similar to Pass Without a Trace,
cool,
but a little different.
Okay,
because we're technically between dimensions right now.
So you guys see the Driders start to slow a little bit, but they're still gaining, but they're slowing a little bit, and they look confused. Some of them kind of look back and forth at each other and talk in their language. Do any of you guys understand Undercommon?
No.
Okay. And so they're and then but they still advance. You guys want to piss off?
Oh wait. Do we still have the translator?
Yeah, but it's a 30-foot radius.
Oh yeah. Before, I'll stay on shadow and we'll keep moving. But while we do that, I'm going to use minor illusion and prestidigitation to make as big of a bird as I can.
Okay.
Because birds eat spiders. And I'm going to put it on the bridge.
Okay. How big of this bird?
As big
I think you could do 5 feet.
5 feet cube.
Yep.
Okay.
That's a pretty big bird.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it won't be able to move.
And it'll make a really loud, scary bird sound, like the scariest bird.
Okay,
Do
so
it, Elijah.
That's the one.
So, Pinwin, how do you cast this? What does it look like? Do you use your loot or?
Yeah, I'll take out my loot, and then I'm pretty sure we never decided anything for prestidigitation. So
just whatever you want.
I'll just take out my loot, and then I'll just rock star.
The rock circle.
Yeah.
And you guys see the waves come out. And then in the center of the bridge is a big 5-foot bird that looks like its chest is puffed out. What color is the bird?
What's a scary bird color? Let's do black.
It's a black bird, and its chest is puffed out, and its wings are kind of furled behind it, and it looks very intensely at these Driders, and then it makes a terrifying bird noise, just like I did, but even more terrifying, if you can believe it. And and you actually watch Pinwin as they start sliding backwards and like looking at each other, and then one of them takes their bow off of their shoulder and pulls the bow, the arrow back, and fires into the illusion while you guys are continuing to piss off. And if connecting with it, you see the arrow flies through, and the illusion fades. Oh. But now you guys are at the edge of the bridge, and you see now that there's like a 50-foot descent down these stairs to the rocky crag below. Give me a perception check.
26.
19.
20.
8.
So, still a bit exhausted, Gorbel, and sick of this bullshit. You're just looking right at the intense decline in front of you, but you guys see far along the wall, maybe another 100 feet ahead of you, is a small, probably roughly humanoid-sized exit, and you don't see any others. You see that, though, when you scan very quickly, you see some more of that scaffolding and stuff that you saw before, and you can even see a few red-painted rocks. But that looks to be your only exit.
Okay, well, if that's our only exit, we should go that way, I think.
I'm just trying
Sounds
to get
good
off
to
this
me.
damn bridge.
I got a pretty good look, so as long as we keep quiet, we should move quickly still, but we might give them the drop if we get down these stairs.
Okay, are you guys going to try to quickly move down these stairs? So you guys got to climb down these stairs at a decent pace. So I'm going to need everybody to give me either an acrobatics or an athletics check. on descending this quickly without falling, because this is a narrow staircase at a decline with no railings.
21. You would have
7.
disadvantage on this, right?
14.
Okay, so you guys descend the stairs. Please give me your rolls again.
21.
7.
21.
14.
14.
Is there a banister?
There is no banister. There are no railings or anything.
Well, let me just jump down these stairs.
Hirstag takes a couple of very awkward steps forward, and you start to lose your balance, Hirstag. And you guys kind of watch him sort of wobble and start tumbling. Roll a d4.
4.
Okay. You fall almost backwards and start sliding down the stairs themselves. And
How far down does he fall?
he falls down, we'll say, about 10 feet.
So he's still in the radius?
He's still in the radius, yes.
Okay.
So you slip and fall on your ass, Hirstag, and start...
Ow, ow, ow.
But luckily, you were able to recover yourself before too long. But you guys see that, and it's a very, tense moment as you guys move down. But the rest of you seem pretty unfettered. You move down and are able to clear a good half of the staircase. You make it down about 25 feet before you hear the behind you getting closer and closer.
Such a beautiful language.
Can I peek back and see
It's the language of love, Tomar, obviously.
and see how many are upon us?
Give me a perception check from you climbing back up.
26.
Okay, yeah, you can see their shadow darkening the edge of the bridge. So you can't physically see them yet, but you can see their shadows. So they're close enough to almost be there.
So how many feet away? Was it 50 feet?
25. It was 25 to the top, and you went down. So yeah, you're back up. So yeah, you guys are 25 feet down the stairs of 50 feet, and they're just slightly back. So they're probably 30, 40 feet back.
Jesus, these fuckers are fast.
But they're still technically on the bridge.
Yes.
Or is the bridge? You might have described it already. I'm sorry. Is it made of rope?
No, it's
Or-
it's stone. It's a completely stone bridge.
You remember the scene from Lord of the Rings with Gandalf and the big demon flamey guy?
Yeah, no,
It's
I-
like that.
Yeah, I kind of
bridge.
like that.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, the cylinder, the reverse gravity cylinder, lasts for up to a minute.
Yes. So those ones that were trapped in it, they would have had to go around.
But it was a...
It's a massive radius.
Yes, 50 feet. So there were some that were trapped in it and killed, and the others...
How would the others get around?
Well, some of them would have moved around, seeing magic happen. They're not idiot.
Well, yeah,
they're
but
intelligent creatures.
How did they move around it?
Because it's a bridge.
What do you
It's
mean?
wouldn't the radius have gone out beyond the sides of the bridge? Because that would be 100 feet on each side.
What
It's
happens?
50 feet from a point, so
Yeah, you're
massive.
What happens if they're under the bridge, though?
right. That's what I'm thinking. Going down and underneath would be fine.
Reverse gravity might pull them up, but they still might
Yeah,
be
how
able to
far
climb.
down does my...
I would say it ends at the bridge,
Okay.
because that's where the point would be. So some of them would definitely have gotten caught in it trying to go to the side. You probably wouldn't have seen that, but there were definitely some that would have gone underneath, seeing
Okay.
this, especially after a few more tried to go to the side.
Yeah, didn't 10 get taken out by that?
A bunch did. But there were dozens and dozens of these things, and they obviously didn't care about climbing over each other.
And they're smart enough to know illusions.
yeah,
so-
they're sentient creatures. They're not just monster. They're monsters, but they're smart monsters. Okay.
What are you doing? Are you trying to look for what's...
Can I?
Oh, I thought you were trying to look for a... Actually...
No.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
just getting ready to do something.
Okay.
I'll try to hit them and try and snaring strike this
Okay.
time.
All right. So you're preparing it.
Yeah. Can I do it?
I mean, actually, if they're this close, everybody's gonna have to give me an initiative roll if you're gonna initiate combat with them.
Wait, how close are they?
They are, they're within 40 feet of you,
Oh.
but they have not quite reached the very edge of the bridge. You
I
guys are
wish I-
25 feet down.
Natural
on the bridge.
20.
Ooh,
I did.
Nice.
I did too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, both of you
19.
re-roll then. Tell me who gets the higher number.
Wait, what's your initiative?
Oh, yeah.
Plus 7.
Yeah, we can just do it that way.
Yeah.
Okay, so you first, and
Yes.
then you.
27.
Okay, and you got 19, and then what'd you get?
20.
Woo!
Damn, nice guys.
Suck it, you
kind of-
Drider fucks!
Just let me cast my new spell.
All right, so I'll give them a, okay. Okay.
I kind of wish I rolled that 20 for the attack, though.
Okay, so Pinwin, you get first. You're on the nose here. You're first to draw.
Okay, so I'm going to try to hit them and do ensnaring strike.
Okay, you watch as one of them emerges to the edge of the bridge.
25.
25 hits.
All right. Then, ensnaring strike, I'm casting it at 5th level.
Okay.
And so...
So, just for future reference, next time tell me what level you're casting before. That way we know.
Making them notes.
That's good. It's always good to know.
Okay,
Once you learn these last few things, though, you're going to be a master spellcaster.
and then you need to make a strength save of 18.
Oh, natural 1.
Yeah.
Woo! Hey. All right.
Suck it, Rummy!
Okay, so you fire ensnaring strike. So give me your damage.
Okay. Oof. Ten, 11, 3 more. 13. Oh my god. 15.
And 18.
Yeah.
18 damage, and they definitely failed that strength save. So you watch as it gets hit by the arrow. You and then the vines start wrapping it up, and it actually reaches out. It did so bad it reaches out and starts to fall backwards. You can see it snaring up its legs, and 2 go first, and so it starts to fall backwards. And you can see that it grabs one of its companions and like grabs it, and it tries to get away, and they both get wrapped up in this ensnaring strike. But because of the bad nature of being wrapped up, they both start to topple and fall, and you watch as one of them, the vine that still exists, gets wrapped around its neck and just and snaps its neck, and it's laying there limply when the other one's hanging from it, and they're both hanging off the edge of the bridge.
Oh,
you were just trying to ensnare
I
them.
really hope
it's
I didn't forget my wallet.
It's funny because you looked upset and Elijah was smiling at him as I was describing this. So, Pinwin, you'd cast that, and you saw them tumble and fall, and one of them got their neck broken, and my powers.
Nice, Pinwin.
But that momentary shock is absorbed as more climb into view, and you can see them now coming down the sides of the bridge. Some are climbing up on the pillars. You have about 10 in your immediate view from the stairs, and they're climbing there, and some of them look like they're getting ready to draw bows and swords. One of them's even holding its hand out like it's about to cast a spell. It is now your turn, Tomar. Oh, no, sorry. It's still Pinwin's turn. You have another attack, if you would like to take it.
Yeah, I guess might as well just try to shoot them.
Okay, so you see a few more in your view now.
Okay. I'll shoot at closest looking one.
Okay, what do you get?
I don't know when they're 6 or 9.
There should be a dot.
On the bottom? Or
Yes.
top? Oh. Really normal attack. Oh, so 16?
16 does not hit, so you... After,
Wait, if it's 18, would it hit? Oh, it's 18.
Then it does hit.
Yeah!
So 18 hits it.
Yeah!
And
By the skin of my butt.
so not deterred by murdering them by strangulation, you hit another one. Go ahead and roll your damage.
You know, fight or flight, you just murder. 6?
6. Okay, so it's just a glancing blow, just kind of like a little notch in the shoulder, and it doesn't even seem to notice it. Tomar, it's your turn.
All right, so as we're still moving down the stairs, I want to keep everyone in my range, but I see that there's one hanging, and I'm going to cast Opposing Force on him.
Okay.
And try and launch him off all the way with his buddy.
Okay.
So that's a strength save.
And he's restrained, so he will be at a disadvantage for that.
Isn't he dead?
There's one hanging on.
Oh, no, he won't have a... He won't have a
hanging
disadvantage.
on. I thought you were talking
That's only a
about
dexterity, so he can be strong. Oh, natural 1! I'm rolling great today. At least it's for the enemies.
Keep it going.
Okay, so it works. Super works.
Right, so I put my hands in a circle, and then I just launch my hand forward.
Okay.
And shove that guy off.
So you guys watch Hirstag, Tomar, make the circle, put his hand out directly at the guy hanging, and like still kind of wrapped up, and it flies off into the abyss, and you just hear like a and you don't even see where it lands. All right. Is that your only...
Yep.
Okay. Gorbel. Hirstag, you're on deck.
I'm going to do a little crossbow action.
Okay. So you fire your crossbow at one of them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead and give me that roll.
Wow, math. 25.
You hit. So Gorbel takes her crossbow out and hits one.
Oh man. 7.
7? Okay. It's not a bad one. You see it like kind of rake across one of their faces, and it just kind of... Are you going to do anything else with your action? You can continue to move down the stairs?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay, you guys are
keep
continuing to
going.
move down the stairs. Okay, Hirstag, it's your turn.
All right. How many are clumped together?
At least
there?
a dozen clumped into view.
Okay. I'm going to have to read this. So, I lift my staff up over my head, and I start whipping it around.
Hirstag.
I whip my
In a
staff
big
back and
circle.
Around your head like a helicopter. So he is literally pivoting his staff around his head like a helicopter.
There's a lot of hip action to
Yeah,
it.
with the hips wiggling. I'm like,
Eyes closed.
and I cast Whirlwind,
All right.
a 7th level spell,
Oh, mama.
and I'm going to have to read it. Okay. A whirlwind howls down to a point that you can see on the ground within range. The whirlwind is a 10-foot radius, 30-foot high cylinder centered on that point. Until the spell ends, you can use your action to move the whirlwind up to 30 feet in any direction along the ground. The whirlwind sucks up any medium or smaller objects that aren't secured to anything and that aren't worn or carried by anyone.
What about large objects?
Sucks up any medium or small ones.
So they would have
So
advantage.
that's the objects. Hold on. A creature must make a dexterity saving throw the first time on a turn that it enters the whirlwind, or that the whirlwind enters its space, including when the whirlwind first appears. A creature takes 10d6 bludgeoning damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. In addition, a large or smaller creature that fails the save must succeed on a strength saving throw or become restrained in the whirlwind until the spell ends. When a creature starts its turn restrained by the whirlwind, the creature is pulled 5 feet higher inside of it, unless the creature is at the top. A restrained creature moves with the whirlwind and falls when the spell ends, unless the creature has some means to stay aloft. A restrained creature can use an action to make a strength or dexterity check against your spell save DC. If successful, the creature is no longer restrained by the whirlwind and is hurled 3d6 times 10 feet from it in a random direction.
Wow. Okay, so Hirstag, you start you whipping your staff around your head, and you guys all watch as at the edge of the bridge, I imagine, you just see like, you guys start feeling the air getting sucked away from you guys.
Hirstag, now is not the time to dance.
It is exactly the time to dance.
And you guys see the winds start to shift, and now you can see their hair flapping around, and they all kind of look around worried. Okay, so I'm rolling as a group for them. They do not make the dex save. Let's see if they make the strength save. They do not. So,
my
so
God.
this group of Driders starts moving, and all of a sudden, this horribly powerful whirlwind just, and there's and they're getting sucked up in it. And you now can see those pillars at the end of the bridge are starting to fracture and get pulled into the whirlwind as pieces of it are being torn apart. And its weak foundation, you can see that they're getting like thrown around in there too. And what was the damage on any object that hits them?
Okay, so when they're restrained, I believe,
which they are,
right?
Oh my god. A creature takes 10d6 bludgeoning damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. So, oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, let's see that damage.
Oh yeah. Oh boy.
10, so, okay.
That is...
There's one over here.
36 damage to all of them.
Okay, so you can see this swirling mass, and the stones from the pillars are getting pulled inside of it and smacking around against them. You can hear just like as this thing is whirling around, and yeah, they're getting pretty fucked up right now.
And once they get to the top, they or whatever, I can't remember, they get thrown out.
Yeah.
Down came the whirlwind and washed the Driders out.
5 experience. There you go. So yeah, they start flying up towards the top. Are you going to use this moment to move down the stairs some more?
Yeah, I'll try to get to the bottom of the stairs.
Okay, got you. So now they're caught in this whirlwind
So no matter what, they're at least going to be launched 30 feet.
in a random direction.
Yeah.
Hopefully they get launched onto the bridge or the stairs, and maybe they'll survive.
And there's dozens of them trapped inside of here, just smacking against each other,
It's
taking
a
a ton of
spider ball.
damage.
Oh my god, I love this bow.
All right, and you guys move down the... just for a moment, you have a moment where none of them are going to be able to attack you. So what would you like to do?
Run!
All of you.
I'm just going to get down to the bottom of the stairs so I can keep concentrating on the whirlwind.
Okay, so you're
It
carefully...
lasts for a minute, by the way.
Okay, so... And they're moving up towards the top really quickly. And what was the save when they get to the top to see if they are no longer caught in it?
A restrained creature can use an action to make a strength or dexterity check against, so it'd be strength or dexterity, their choice, of 18.
Okay.
Save.
And it's the same for either of them. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. They do not save.
If successful, the creature is no longer restrained, and so if they beat it, they're no longer restrained. So they
they're still
continue
restrained, yeah.
to be restrained. Do they take damage every round then?
Yeah, then they're
until
gonna get-
they're launched out.
Probably.
Oh my god!
So
Yeah, that's
they
pretty
are all
OP.
still trapped in there, just getting pummeled by these these rocks, and you can actually see some of them are now like limp inside of there because
Did they do that fold over spider thing?
some of them are just being... So those ones that have stopped moving now get launched out of the whirlwind. You can see them, some of them
And
flying
that's
out.
3d6 times 10. So let me just roll for how
far they fly.
far they fly, just for fun. So that's 6, 7, so 70 feet.
70 feet. Wow. So in random directions, one actually gets thrown over behind you guys. But yeah, you guys make it down to the bottom of the staircase now. You guys are still in your initiative scores. But the Driders, you can see, are the ones that are still on the bridge are trying to figure out how to get past this pillar of whirlwind. Some, though, you see are kind of skirting near the edge, and they're looking out over the side, maybe perhaps even like climbing over to the side. And one of them takes their bow off their shoulder and is going to fire at you guys.
Good thing we're blurs.
And it just sails hilariously above you guys, not anywhere near close. You guys are now at the bottom, and you will, for the moment, have another moment to... As long as this whirlwind's going, you're going to have a moment to do what you need to do.
We're just going to proceed
Run!
to the
I'm
end.
having so
Okay.
much fun. I'll just... I think... so it's a range of 300 feet, so I can start moving with the group
Okay.
if you guys want to go.
Yeah.
The
The
and I'll keep
doorway
it going.
is about 100 feet from where you guys are now.
Well, you have to stay in our 30-foot radius.
Okay. So I'll move with you.
Okay, so you guys start ditching off towards this doorway. You can see that some of the Driders are taking a risk and trying to leap past and onto the side. 3 rolls here. All of them tumble off the sides of the bridge. None of them succeeded in getting there. They're just dropping off the sides and
Ass kicked.
Yeah, but from far in the back, you guys hear. I'm gonna need a dex save from everyone.
Do they get disadvantage for trying to shoot through my whirlwind?
Some of them would definitely have a disadvantage.
I got a 28.
Natural 20?
Yep.
All right.
I got a natural 22.
Did you guys both get natural 20s?
20 twins.
Do I 22?
What'd you get?
8.
8? And you got... Okay. So, Tomar, you see this volley of arrows. Some get caught in the whirlwind. So that's going to be real bad for those guys in the whirlwind. But some of them come from the sides and start... And you watch as one is going to hit you.
Does it matter that my AC is 27 right now?
This is more of a... Because it's en masse. So one of them... There's a huge mass of them. So you're going to take 8 damage.
I'm going to...
Oh, and sorry. Give me a strength save.
Are you dead now?
20.
20. Okay. So you step out of the way as you see what almost appears to be a serpent snake up from the ground right at your feet after this arrow hit you.
What?
And like this coil, but you step out of the way and it disperses.
I'm Tomar Snake Killer. And I'm going to scout the arrow and just pull it out. Throw it on the ground.
All right, so hits the ground. All right. Guys are going to continue to run? Mm-hmm. Okay. You guys run. Give me Constitution saves real fast.
Why are all my Constitution saves bad?
10. 14.
15.
4.
Okay. You guys are at about the same pace. The arrow stopped you, and you see Tomar. He's not distancing as well as these guys are. They're running. So you guys are a little bit in the back here. So you guys are about probably 15 feet behind these others. And you guys run and run and run. And Gorbel, you reach the doorway at the end, and just a moment later, Chester's right behind you, and he's out of breath.
We need to get out of here.
Let's get on in there, then. Let's go.
Yeah.
And he runs into the doorway. Hirstag, you're another moment behind them. You two, Tomar and Pinwin, give me another dex save. As another volley of arrows.
11.
11.
Oh my, I rolled the same thing. So, dex save would be 24.
Okay, Tomar, you are hit by another arrow.
Oh my god, Tomar, you gotta watch your body!
And you're
I'm not nimble!
And you're going to take another 9 damage this time, and give me another strength save.
Natural 20, so 30.
Oh, shit. Yeah, all right. You see another snake-like thing appear at the ground beneath you, and you just kick it. And it just disperses. And then that gives you that boost of speed that you can march forward, and you guys both reach the doorway at the same time. You all of you guys get inside of there. You're now in a dark passageway, which is now dim to your dark vision, but it looks like it goes down and hooks to the right very sharply.
All right. I will drag my whirlwind to kind of try to block the door behind us.
Oh, okay. How fast does it move when you do that?
It can move 30 feet per turn, so I imagined I could drag it with me slowly per turn.
Yeah. So in a few moments, it'll be at the doorway. Okay. So you guys run down, and you can see this tornado basically full of drow moving towards you guys to seal up behind.
So it's a drownado.
It's you're gonna have 5 experience for that.
I wasn't doing it for the points.
Okay, then you don't get it. Okay, so you guys are now racing down this hallway. You hook to the right. The passage just keeps kind of snaking down, and eventually you guys come out in another large cavern, and it's dimly lit, and you can see it's pretty massive. The ceiling itself is about 80 feet above you. The walls kind of are out far in either direction, but now, unlike all these other caverns, you can see that there's ancient structures built into the walls, old stone buildings and stairways and stuff like this. This looks like you're almost out in the middle of a city, but it looks abandoned down
Where
here.
are we?
Well, I've never been this far before, so I can't really tell you that, but it looks like city, perhaps.
How do we get out of here, Chester?
I think we keep running. I didn't think we'd get this far. They scared me quite a bit, but let's just keep running, I guess.
Go!
Well, how far away from the surface are we right now?
He doesn't know. He's never been here.
You've never been here. I thought you were leading us out.
Well, I knew the general direction, but I wasn't 100% sure where we're going. If anybody has any ability to...
If we're on the
Can I
material
roll
plane, I can get us out of here.
Perception or survival? Can that be a survival roll?
If you're looking like for...
Trying to find an exit.
like you're looking for tracks, kind of...
Well, we don't not know where the exit is yet, do we? We're just in a big
Well, he
city.
doesn't know where he's going.
Well, now that we know that, I feel like we should just take a short rest, try to hide somewhere,
What?
and I can get us out of here after
But they're
we take a
chasing
rest.
us.
We can hide somewhere.
I think we need to get out now.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can get
let's
us
get
out
out.
of here, all of us, if we take a short rest.
But I feel like we don't have time for a short rest. Did you see that?
Well, if they
It is
catch up to us.
it has now been over a minute.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Would survival count as that? Or would it have
I
to
mean,
be
if you're trying to
perception?
find tracks and
Okay.
trying to find a general direction out.
So 20?
20, you see that there are many footprints in the ground that look old, as if feet have not touched here in a long time. However, as you do look, you see small footprints. They're animal prints almost, as if long cylindrical feet, many, had been touching in this area, almost like a large spider.
Great.
It's a Driders city.
Great.
Fucking Christ.
Guys, we might
and
be
now-
in Drider Town.
Down the tunnel, you can hear many echoing down the tunnel.
Do you have your mansion spell?
Yep.
Could we find a place where we can hide for a minute so we can get in there? and
We
take
can
a
hide
little
for
short rest?
24 hours.
It takes you a minute to cast it, though.
Oh, yeah. That.
And then if we could get a short rest in, I could get us out of here.
Can you be mobile while you're casting or preparing the spell for 1 minute? I think you can.
I think so.
Concentration, you just can't
I
move.
think it'd be best for us to try to find a place to hide.
Let's try and find a place to hide.
Can
and
we
then,
hide within shadows?
and then we can protect Gorbel while she casts it,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it sounds fun.
just in case they manage to find us.
Maybe when
Okay,
one of these
we're still
abandoned
shrouded.
buildings.
In that case, I'm going to set a timer.
Sweet.
I should have like 3.5 minutes left on my cloaking thing that we have.
Okay. All right, so you got... Gorbel, is that what you're going to do? You're going to prepare the spell? Okay, so you guys are in this, what looks to be an old, ancient, abandoned city. I'm going to need some perception checks.
21.
21.
30.
30.
19.
19. 20. Okay, you guys all can see that there's a few places that you could potentially hide if you can get there in time. Tomar, you see very clearly there looks to be almost like a one of the buildings. It's got what appears to be on the outside of it. I'll pause this for a split second. A large post, like a big piece of timber that could perhaps be used to barricade the door. There's it's a building with a long staircase, but the door itself looks kind of small. So perhaps you guys could fit through that, and there is a beam next to it that could be used potentially. But you spot that pretty much immediately. That's where your mind would go.
That way.
Okay, so you guys start running towards this. It's about 50 feet away from you guys. So you guys are running and running and running, and you guys get almost to that staircase, and you hear the... And now you can see, as you look over your shoulder, Driders coming out 2 at a time from this tunnel, and they've spotted you. And they are...
We're still...
Oh,
stealthy.
shit, yeah. So they're out, so I'm going to be disadvantaged. They have not spotted you yet. So, all right, so you guys make your way up the stairs, and you get to that door. The door is closed, so do you want to try to wrench it open?
Is it a push or a pull?
There's a ring on the outside. Looks like a pull.
I'll pull on it.
All right, give me a strength check.
Why does every door need a strength check? They're built to
Doors
be
are
opened.
hard, man. It's like one of the worst enemies in D&D.
Yeah, remember when you trapped me in a door one time? At
16?
16.
Kirikon?
It seems super heavy, but you're able to pull it open with a little bit of grit. You just... It's been sealed for a very long time, you can tell, as you pull it open. And inside, you can see that there's just dust and cobwebs all over inside here. You guys push your way in, and Gorbel, you're almost there, but you feel like there's just probably 20 more seconds, and you guys see... Let's see if they see... Never mind. The Driders are like fanning out, and they don't seem to have noticed where you guys are at yet. And they're moving around, and there's more and more coming out, and they're climbing the walls, and they're kind of searching. Some of them have even gone up to the buildings. A lot of them have weapons drawn. You can see that one of them is even firing some sort of spell off into the darkness, just hoping to potentially hit you guys. Do you want to do anything else? You want to drag that beam in or anything? Or
Can we close the door behind us? When we come
you
in?
can.
So is it a beam that's turned over already?
It's leaning up against the wall outside the door.
Is it meant as a bar?
It could be meant as a bar, yeah. You think that potentially it could be.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll help you if you need help there.
Yeah, give me 2 strength checks. It's a pretty big old post.
16.
6.
Okay, so it's real rough, but you guys are slowly able to drag it in. And you close the door behind you, and you guys hear it makes a loud sound, and it seemed to indicate to some that you're inside. And now you can hear like and
I'm trying, you guys.
and so you're so close, and the door's like being pounded on. Did you want to try to barricade it at all? It's a pull door, but you can see that there is a latch on the inside that something could slide through.
I don't know what you mean.
So inside, as if to keep the door from going open, are 2 bands that you could slide.
Is there anything in here that looks like it could fit in there?
Well, it's potentially you could use that big post that you have, but inside.
I thought we already rolled to put it in.
No, to drag it inside.
Oh.
That's what it was for.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So another strength check?
Yep.
12.
19 plus 5.
Okay, so yeah, Hirstag's not much help in this endeavor, but you're able to... As the door is starting to be... And you are just able to close it, but you hear like the... And you can see that there are now cracks forming in this doorway. Gorbel, your portal opens up.
Everybody get in!
I'm diving right in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys dive in.
in.
And who's next?
Oh, yeah, me.
And then...
I'll wait till everyone's in.
Okay. Chester jumps in. And then Gorbel, you go in. Mm-hmm. And then Tomar, you also go in. And as you do, you hear the door explode open behind you. And you can hear like... just as you pass in. And now you guys are in Gorbel's marvelous mansion.
It's magnificent.
Sorry.
You idiot!
Okay, so you guys find yourself in a foyer. Why don't you describe how this place looks, Gorbel?
It's all marble.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
All right.
Lots of images and paintings on the wall. Servants everywhere, as I mentioned before.
all topless.
So yeah, Tomar, you've been here before, so this is a little familiar sight. But you two and Chester have not seen the inside of this place. And actually, Gorbel, you haven't been here yet.
I'm gonna head to the room that was the library with the shitty books.
Yeah, so you guys, you watch Tomar just immediately you see tons of shirtless servants, men and women walking around, and you watch Tomar just casually just stride off in a direction towards the study, the library, if you will. But it's very captivating that you guys are in this magnificent mansion. Gorbel, you would probably be pretty pleased with what you've created here. One servant even walks over to you, gentleman. He walks over and he has a tray on it, and there's an array of drinks. He says, Madam Gorbel, what can I offer you?
Oh my god, this is amazing.
Gorbel, I love what you've done with the place.
I think
So nice.
we need a round of whimsies.
Whimsies, indeed. Well, you'll find inside here is a probably better whimsy than you've ever had in your life. And he hands it to you, and he hands one to you, Hirstag, and one to you, Pinwin.
Oh my god!
And you look inside these ornate cups, and there seems to be the swirling magical drink of Mimsy inside there. Whimsy inside. Why did I say Mimsy? Mimsy! You just chug it down, Hirstag?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have we had Whimsy on the show yet?
No, I don't think so.
So it's like a funky-looking pink drink, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a pink drink with swirling sparkles in it, and it's super tasty. It tastes like all sorts of fruit.
So good.
I've just barely walked into this mansion, and this is the best place I've ever been to.
Tomar, you find yourself in the library, much like it was before. There's a
slouch down on the chair there.
A servant comes over to you, a shirtless dwarven woman, and she comes over and she says, "What can I get for you, Tomar?"
Oh man,
You're averting your eyes.
I'm not used to this still. Do you have rum and more milk?
Why, yes, I do. And she turns over and she immediately procures a...
I chance a glance while she's turned away.
And she hands this
I
silver...
look away as she turns back.
Hands this silver goblet to you.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Anything else I can get for you?
That will be all, thank you.
Okay, just say the word. And she walks away.
She didn't say what word.
You guys are still standing in the foyer.
Do you guys want to do laundry?
No.
What's laundry?
We haven't washed our clothes in years.
Never, Hirstag?
Chester's standing there.
What is laundry?
He just kind of looks around. I gotta say, I really like this place, Gorbel. If this is yours, I might just set up shop here.
You can for the next 24 hours.
That is awesome. All right. Where'd Tomar go? And he goes, just follows you, Tomar.
I guess if I'm smelling her or something, I could try to wash my clothes. Never done it before.
I mean, you don't have to do it. I've got a guy.
You've got a guy to wash our clothes?
Oh, man.
In this Whimsy Plus?
See, when you ask...
Paul!
And a servant comes out. He's like a strapping guy, Avstander, and he walks over to you, Gorbel. Yeah?
I start shedding my clothes.
Read here. I'll take this for you. You want me to wash it?
Hasn't
You know
seen
what
her
to do.
naked, though.
Are you just naked now?
No, I have on my undergarments.
Okay.
You're not going to wash your undergarments?
He says, hopefully.
I would like a robe or something, Hirstag. Jeez.
And Paul
not
takes
this
a robe
modest.
out from him and hands it to you.
She was not this
Paul.
modest in front of Smoochie. Just saying.
Help me.
And another servant comes over and
I'll
starts
help
to holds up. Don't be creepy, Hirstag. Holds up the robe and lets you slide into it. It's very elegant, and it's like kind of a cardinal color and very warm velvet.
I love it.
Pinwin was really excited.
Anyone else need their clothes washed or anything like that?
I suppose.
So Pinwin was really excited, and while Gorbel was doing that, he thought we were just taking off all our clothes.
Okay, so now
So he throws all of
Pinwin
them
is
at the
super
waiter and
naked.
winks at
And
him.
just-
It's not that kind of party, man.
Oh my gosh! Oh!
Pinwin shamefully covers
Paul,
his
do you
bits.
have a robe for Pinwin?
Yeah. And he pulls out a robe for you, Pinwin. It's a smaller one.
Thanks.
Everyone saw Pinwin's Pinwin.
It was embarrassing. Or was it?
I don't know. Seth won't let us roll for dick size.
God damn
As
it.
much as we have begged and pleaded.
Hirstag, are you going to remove your clothes and hand them to him?
I will pull down my hood. For the first time, you guys see my hair. It's a
What is
matted mess. It's got a braid running down the middle. And it's just everywhere.
It sounds super disgusting. The messiest braid ever.
Hirstag, I can fix that if you wash it. Jeez.
Fix what?
I can get you some better braids.
What's wrong with my braid?
Oh my god.
I did this myself.
Whoa,
We can tell.
I can tell, yeah. What is this?
I'm so embarrassed.
Someone to wash his hair?
Bring me a robe, please.
Another robe is given to you.
And then I
Hirstag.
strip down naked because I don't wear underwear. And
You get in the robe and you hand your clothes off, and
But
Paul.
your beard would probably
cover-
modestly cover up your
yeah, so you
unmentionables.
see the whole backside.
Sounds like you should be a painting.
And he shuffles away with the clothes. And then another servant woman, human, comes down the stairs and she says, "For anyone who would like, baths have been drawn."
There you go, hairs. All right, let's wash that hair. Get some real good braids in. It's gonna be spectacular.
Did you put the goat's milk in mine?
Oh, of course I did.
Baths. We haven't had baths in so long.
I suppose I'll take a bath.
Yeah.
So you guys follow her up in your robes.
Are there multiple baths?
I guess you'll have to
Oh,
wait and
let's
find out.
go.
So
I'm
yeah,
not getting into a bathtub with him.
you guys follow up, and we're gonna switch to you, Tomar, real quick. You see Chester kind of walk in and flop down his little dolls, kind of swaying as he does so. He doesn't even take off his pack, but he just kind of flops out, his arms and legs kind of splayed. I could get used to this.
Well, this is only temporary.
Yeah, well,
We're still, in the reality of this, we're still stuck in the middle of a Drider nest or something.
they can't get in here, can they?
Not for like a day, but after that, the spell will fade. We need to formulate a plan.
All right.
They all know we're here now, so
You're not there.
I know.
right now my plan is to drink this and think.
What are you drinking?
Rum and warm milk.
Oh, can I get some of that rum and warm milk? And you see, losing my accent there. The servant returns and hands him a glass. Anything else for you? No, that's just fine.
Where's everybody else?
They were all getting naked in the foyer when I last left them.
What?
Yeah, I don't know, some kind of party. Not really my kind of party, but
Everyone's naked in here. Is that a rule that she has? I didn't see a sign.
well, I mean, if you look at the rest of the staff here, they're not very modest.
I like to imagine it's backwards of like any restaurant. No shirt, no shoes,
Or you're not
or
welcome.
no service.
No shirt, no shoes, no service.
There's a fireplace in here, right?
Yeah, it's roaring right now, and there's furs kind of placed all over. You can see tons of books filling the bookshelves.
All right, I'm just going to kind of zone out and stare at the fire, think about certain volcanoes and stories of old.
You see, if you were to pay attention to Chester, he picks up one of his dolls that's kind of swaying, and he looks, Beverly, we did it again. Made it out alive, the skin of our teeth, and and now we've got rum. And he just kind of like happily lets go and sips his rum.
Oh, please tell me he's gonna give Beverly some rum.
Yeah, sure. He like holds the glass up to Beverly's swaying form. Easy does it there, Beverly. You don't want to overdo it.
Beverly, roll Constitution.
Beverly is drunk.
I don't know if you're much of a reader, but I wouldn't bother in here. I looked at one of these books and it was just stick figures.
No, not much of a reader myself, but thanks for the tip. I'll I think I'll just be fine drinking.
I mean, if you like stick figures, they're pretty good. So
Not much of that. I don't appreciate much art. I'll just be fine drinking here.
as you will.
You guys are led into this massive... you are shaking with excitement. This massive room. There are drapes kind of drawn almost as dividers, and you can see rows and rows of golden tubs that have been filled to the almost brim with hot water. You can see the steam kind of pulling off of it. And yeah, there's many basins here. And you can see that one of the servants looks like they're even just relaxing. They've got a wet towel on their forehead, and they're just leaning back, relaxing, maybe sleeping. And the servant indicates, the one that led you up here, have your pick, whichever one you would like.
Oh, this is awesome.
This is great.
Do you have any cold tubs?
Yes, we have cold tubs. That one right there. And points to a tub that doesn't seem to be steaming.
I'll get into that one.
Okay, so you disrobe and you climb in, and it's pretty cold.
I dip my toe first.
See, it's cold.
Oh, yeah. Let's climb in there.
Okay, so you climb into the
Nice
cold
and
tub.
comfy.
Climb in. You two.
I'm looking disgusted at him. But
Jonna, we're going to want the full spa experience.
yes.
You've got it. You've got it.
Definitely.
Just sit right in, and I'll take
And
care.
can you go get Tomar and Chester? Tell him we're having a meeting.
Absolutely.
Also, can you make sure Hirstag washes his hair?
Oh, I will
I'm
make
just
sure.
sitting there.
Like good, not like just.
Your beard's like floating.
Yes, absolutely. I'll be right back. And she leaves. And then a moment later, Tomar, you see a servant come in. You've been requested to bathe. Both of you. There's a meeting, they said.
Okay. So I'll make my way.
Okay. You both make your way. You're led up the stairs and into this long room with, like, nice silken dividers and rows of golden tubs. It's very dimly lit in here, but it's a very relaxing environment. You can already see that several servants are washing Pinwin and Gorbel's hair, and Gorbel's got her hands off to the side, and she's got some servants that are like manicuring herself. One's giving Pinwin a foot rub in the bath, and you can see Hirstag doing battle in one of the tubs as several servants are trying to hold him down and wash his hair at the same time.
I'll start to doff my armor.
Okay.
Could you buff this up and get the debris off?
Oh, absolutely.
Seen a lot of wear.
Absolutely, and she snaps her fingers, and several more servants come out, and they grab the armor, and they take it away.
And I'll gingerly begin to undo my cloak. So it's not really a cloak. It's kind of like a tarp that's been wrapped around me several times.
Okay. So you just unfurl this thing?
But it's like gray and dirty and stuff. And I don't know if anyone's looking, but I'm going to try and avoid gaze.
Okay. There are these long silken curtains you could go behind if you like, and there's dressing fans that are set up if you want to go behind there and have some privacy.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
But
so
if they see my silhouette, then it'll look very thin, like very
emaciated.
Like, yeah, like you could see the outline of my ribs.
So if anyone was watching the silhouette, you can see him as he pulls his clothing off and stuff like that. You can see a very, very, very thin form.
I'm not in the habit of peeping.
Yeah, can we retcon so me and Gorbel also have masks and cucumbers on our eyes?
Oh yeah,
Because we're
sure.
supposed
Yeah,
to.
you get the full spa
That's
experience.
a spa experience.
Yeah.
I want grapes also.
Sweet.
Is a Hirstag a peeper?
Yeah.
I normally am, but I'm kind of busy at the moment.
Oh yeah, you are
Fighting off these servants.
Hold yourself, Master Hirstag. We're not trying to do you any harm.
Just don't mess up my hair, okay?
And one of them looks over at you, Gorbel, as if like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this
Stop.
guy?
I lift a cucumber and shrug.
They're just like, yes, we will not ruin your magnificent
Right,
mane.
just stop being so aggressive with me. I'm just trying to... I mean, I was just sitting here minding my own business, and all of a sudden there's like 5 of you on me, just trying to drown me. Just take it easy, okay?
Right, all right. No one has to get hurt here. And they are a little bit more gentle with your scrubbing. One of them's got a big brush, though, on a stick, and he's just, like, scrubbing your back with it.
I'll just kind of perch with my hands on the side of the spa, sticking my butt out.
They're just scrubbing your back. Just untold amounts of dirt and mud are coming into the water, just floating up there. Have you ever had a bath, Hirstag?
I've sat in the rain. I've swam in rivers. So
You're like
not really.
He's going to lose 20 pounds of dirt. Whoa, Hirstag, you're skinnier than we thought. Turns out it was dirt.
Yeah, and Chester climbs in, but you see that he's set up his two dolls, his little paper sack dolls, on either side of the tub. Excuse me. And his pack, where Winky is hanging in the back, is set next to the tub, and he looks very protectively at it. And actually, one servant goes near his pack, and he looks a little nervous, but they walk by and they start shampooing his mullet, and he relaxes very visibly.
All right. Gentlemen, relax. Get comfortable. And let's talk about how we're going to kill those goddamn Driders.
Oh, yeah, Driders.
I'm open to ideas. Did you see further into the room we're in when you made this?
So you would have seen that it was a conical shaped room, and it was very tall, and you could see that there was a broken staircase in it that led to another level, but there were no windows or anything inside. And there was some broken furniture in there, but the furniture looked like the ones that you could see. What you had seen were really wide furniture.
Do we know if they saw us entering the mansion?
You wouldn't know. The only person that was outside of the portal was Tomas.
I mean, in character.
Oh,
do we know? Did anyone see if...
I don't know.
They broke in as I was closing the door.
Well, I guess
they'll definitely...
It just looks like a portal. For all they know, we just teleported out of there.
Can't they see the mansion?
No, they can't see the mansion.
It's just a door that appears and disappears.
Well, they saw me go in.
They don't know that we're still here, though.
Yeah, it would have looked like they effectively disappeared.
So
24 hours might be enough time for them to
move on.
Peace out.
Yeah, that's true. I say we just kind of settle down here for a while, have a good time, and
I'm okay with
once we
I say we have at least a loose plan.
I can send out Bill to scout to see if there's anything.
I have the ability now because I'm an ever-evolving druid that once I rest, I can teleport us to the last place we took a long rest on our current plane of existence. So
that'd be good.
Where was that?
Brownfoot Town?
Somewhere in Roundfoot
Oh my
Town.
god.
That'd be inside the mines.
But we would be out of here.
But that might be good because then we could see if anyone made it out. But that also might trap us permanently.
Yeah, it caved in.
Wait, the tree. Could we make it to the tree?
Does Gorbel have any trees?
Yeah, the tree is nearby there.
We could take the tree back to Wolf's Rest.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, all of the plants in here are fake. It's so much upkeep.
It is. It's okay. It's all good.
I hate plants. Sorry, Hirstag.
Oh,
I'll make a real
Tomas.
flower.
That was
Not all the
Wow.
plants are fake. I druid craft a flower in my palm.
What does it look like?
It's a rose.
Okay, so you guys see a rose bloom in his palm.
And I'll pass it to one of the servants.
And the servant takes it and... Oh, well, thank you,
Eats
Master
it.
Hirstag.
It's a dude. It's Paul. It's a huge-ass, ripped dude.
So, am I gross? Is that why no one wanted to bathe with me?
These are independent tubs. Hirstag. They're onesies.
Oh, well, I don't know.
I mean,
feel like
But I need
Pinwin
to
was
answer
kinda
your
grossed
actual
out.
question. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Back at the
mean-
hot springs, you guys just hopped in together.
Well, those were
Yeah.
individual little hot springs.
right. And Hirstag, you're not gross, but I mean, you were.
You're not
gross.
clean.
Now you're not gross at all.
Does Hirstag look any different when he's clean?
I mean, he's looking a lot like you probably haven't felt like this in a very long time, Hirstag. But your hair is now. They did undo your braid, by the way, and your hair is now like long and in the tub, and your beard seems more clean. There's no. They would have shaken all the twigs and dirt and stuff out of there.
I imagine my
combed
hair
it
is
through.
How dirty is
when
that
it's
tub water?
when it's clean.
It looks like a swamp.
I imagine when it's clean, it's like kind of soft and wavy.
Yeah. Aww. I mean, yeah, he looks clean now, and he looks pretty decent, like a respectable dwarf.
Was any of the gray in his hair like due to dirt, or is it still naturally gray?
Naturally gray. It was probably a mixture of gray and like brown and green and a bunch of different colors before I bathed. So.
Are you guys hungry?
Always.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. I could go for some more drinks too.
You have food
Oh
in
yeah,
here for a
more
while.
Oh
whimsy.
yeah.
See, as you say that, several servants come in with trays of food, and they bring them over to you guys as tubs. And there's also drinks on another platter, and they hand you more drinks, and they hand you food, so you guys can eat in the bath.
Do you have fire wine?
Yes, we have fire wine. And one of them scampers away and comes back after a moment with a big bottle of like a vaguely red illuminated bottle of liquid, and pops it, and their little flame appears at the top once it pops open. Fire wine, sir.
Wow.
Tomar, I don't know how you drink that crap.
My mom drank it all the time. She only let me try it once.
Your mom was irresponsible.
Well, never said she was the best mom, but she was a mom.
Not for long.
What the hell? At least I have a mom.
I am sorry. I thought we could make jokes because, same situation. We might need to edit that out. That was maybe harsh. I immediately felt bad.
No, that was great. Keep it.
I'm just going to solemnly start drinking.
Okay, so yeah, you guys are relaxing. Nice. It looks like Chester's fallen asleep. He's snoring a little bit.
He drowns.
So what do we do about that guy?
Well, if anybody's going to know some of the dangers that we might encounter on our way out, it's going to be him.
He doesn't seem to know anything other than fear.
I know.
And you guys can see, now that he's disrobed and in the bath, he's got some scars over his body. And around his neck is a black necklace with a spider emblem on it.
That's an interesting necklace.
Can we
roll
to see if we...
Pinwin knew about Driders, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Would Pinwin know anything about their religion structure or anything?
I don't know that you would, because it's a pretty nuanced thing. You would know what they are, but maybe not about their society. I would say probably not, unless you spent time researching them.
What are your favorite enemies? Dragons?
Driders.
Dragons, goblins, goblinoids, dragonborn, infernal.
Okay. So yeah, you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we can wake him up and ask him.
Well, and, when my bath is done, I can maybe go look at the necklace and see if it looks alright.
You guys notice that the water in the bath never seems to get cooler. It stays the perfect temperature the entire time you guys are in it.
I don't know if I can ever get out of this bath.
I'm going to sink
So
under
nice.
for a moment.
I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna go try one of the warm baths.
Okay, so you gingerly get out. It's pretty cold now that you're outside of the bath, and it was cold water. So the one right next to you seems to have steam coming out of it. So you just climb into that one.
How far away is
I'll dip my
everybody
toe in
from each
first.
other?
I'd say everybody's within 20 feet of each other.
I'll dip my toe in.
Welcome
Okay.
to a whole
It's
new
nice
world,
and warm.
Hirstag.
It feels
Does it
very
feel
good.
nice? Oh,
it
it
does.
does.
It feels real nice.
All right, I'll hop in.
So, you just- and it feels amazing to be in.
Oh,
Like it's like
Yeah, welcome
slightly
to the hot
hot, but
bath
a
party.
comfortable amount.
oh, that's nice. I've never had a warm bath before.
Well, you're probably not going to have one again. So enjoy this.
I will.
So yeah, you guys are just hanging out in the bath.
Roundfoot Town, huh? How about that whole thing?
That was pretty messed up.
Yeah.
We need to find Zyko and Durant.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
Dury.
I hate to bring it up when we're having so
Dury.
much fun, but
Yeah.
that was kind of messed up.
This isn't my idea of fun, really. I'm trying to think about what we do when this mansion goes away.
They're fine.
Well,
They're,
yeah, but there's no sense in being uncomfortable while
Well,
we plan.
I said once the mansion goes away, I just teleport us up to Roundfoot Town.
Well, we at least know they didn't go to our plane, so I bet they just went in one of those plane holes to a better plane, and they're just hanging out, and then they're gonna come back, and then we'll have a big reunion, and we'll have whimsy and food, and it'll be really good.
Maybe.
They're fine.
That might be exactly how it goes down.
They're
Probably.
fine.
I sent you a
Yep.
message.
They're fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. New topic.
So, once we get to Roundfoot Town, do you think we can maybe find a tree or something so you can send us back to... And where do we even want to go? Do we want to go back to Wolf's Rest, or...
I don't know if we want to leave right away.
There's a tree. Wasn't there a tree outside of Roundfoot Town a ways? That's how
Yeah.
we got there.
There was a tree down there, down where the gnomes were staying.
Yeah,
I
but-
could try to...
Yeah, but we also want to... We don't want to go all the way to Wolves Rest right away because we want to see if we can find anyone.
Well, yeah, that's what
I don't know
was
if I'm
saying, too.
ready to see that.
What do you mean? You're just going to
The
abandon everyone?
piles of dead bodies?
We need to make sure our friends aren't among them.
How long were we even gone?
Who knows? When we're in a different plane, time works completely differently. I felt like I was in the ethereal plane for decades.
Oh my god. We could have been gone for a year.
Well, I was only gone for 13 months. I have no idea.
So
I think I'm not even sure each plane works the same.
So
It
in
could
the-
work opposite.
It could have been like seconds.
In the
real time.
ethereal plane, didn't... so does that mean that you felt like it was longer, but it was a shorter time on the material plane?
Yes.
So maybe it works like that.
Or maybe it works opposite.
Nope, it's gonna work in a better way.
Do I look older?
What?
Do I look older?
Never.
You guys don't notice a difference in the way you guys look.
Okay.
You look pretty good still.
Oh, that was nice, Tomas.
Hirstag, you're looking a little better.
I can't wait to read this off.
Did you just glance at his
kind of
junk?
weird.
No, he's in a tub. Calm down.
Also, there's a beard. There's no
His floaty
prying
beard.
eyes here. I mean, I don't want to be gross, so maybe I'll start bathing.
Yay! There, take care of
But
yourself.
It just feels a
Even,
little
like-
weird. I've been living
I have a
in
question.
the woods for a long time
For
now.
whom?
For Hirstag, what do you want? Like, what do you want out of anything? Like, you came to us, beseeching us for help in Heart Valley. That's over.
Well,
Like, what do you want out of? Like, we attract danger and trouble wherever we go.
well, I also explained that the Rothians killed my dad. I mean, as far as I know, and glowed, and I just kind of want revenge. So I'd like to stick with you guys and see this mission through, whatever, if you can call it a mission, or you're just planning to wipe them all out.
I don't even know what we're trying to achieve at this point.
yeah,
Everything has gone completely
weird.
upside down, and
Well, let's unpack what we know. And it's a lot. We learned a lot in the Starlight Plane. So Varolus told us.
Oh, do you think he's actually asleep? Do you think we should be... I don't... Do we
wanna
trust him
check?
enough to be having
Can I
this
roll
conversation?
perception to see if he's asleep?
Yeah. We'll make it inside,
I mean,
guess.
we really don't know him.
That's true. What do you want to do?
I don't think
Paul,
I've ever
can you
rolled
drown him?
insight. 19.
I'm just kidding, Paul. I'm just kidding.
Paul, like, yeah, whatever you want, I guess.
You know my sense of humor, Paul.
Yeah, you're a joker. You're a jokester.
That guy sounds familiar. He sounds like that Offstounder we met.
Interesting.
That's weird.
What'd you get for insight?
19.
Yeah, he seems to be asleep.
Yeah, he's pretty asleep. I think we're good.
What do you want to do? I agree that he shouldn't know the stuff we know.
I mean, he could cast that spell that lets us communicate, like in our heads.
Oh, that's a pretty good idea. All right, I'm gonna cast a little telepathic bond.
Okay. Gorbel casts telepathic bond, and you're including just these 3 in it, correct? Mm-hmm. All right.
Where's Shadow? Is
Shadow's
she getting a
there.
bath?
Yeah, Shadow's in the bath too. Sorry, I forgot to mention. Yeah, Shadow's been scrubbed, like, pretty much clean, and he's happily sitting in the bath.
Good.
Maybe you should get a collar for him.
I never thought of Shadow, would you like a collar?
He just doesn't. He doesn't even seem to really understand what that means, but he doesn't seem upset.
I think that means yes. Maybe we'll have to get him a really nice collar.
He looks kind of like a blood wolf.
He's not a blood wolf. He's Shadow.
And you guys are all now communicating inside your heads.
I want to try and look at it and tell and see if I can tell if it's a blood wolf.
Okay. Give me a nature check.
You haven't done
No.
this before? You haven't done this before?
Done what?
Looked at Shadow?
Not like inspected.
What was your total?
It was bad. Like a 7.
Okay, yeah, he could be a blood wolf. You don't know for sure. He's still seems kind of young-ish, so it's could be, might not be. Hard for you to tell.
Why don't you just ask him if he's a blood wolf?
Shadow, you're not a blood wolf, are you?
He doesn't seem to understand the question, but he's just happy to be included.
Do you know how to speak to animals?
Yeah. And he understands me.
I don't know if he did.
It's hard to tell.
Well, if he was a blood wolf, wouldn't he try to eat us like multiple times by now?
I mean, you
I
would
don't know a lot about blood
You would know
wolves.
better than anyone. Aren't they native to your area?
blood wolves?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I don't think he's a blood wolf. He doesn't seem like one. He saved me. He rescued me.
If he is a blood wolf, would you not like him anymore?
No, I'd still like him. He's obviously a pacifist. Just look at him.
He's just happily looking at you guys. He can't even hear most of what you're saying, but he likes that you're paying so much attention to
You're
him.
such a good
He
boy.
definitely seems more intelligent than regular wolves.
That's because he's my wolf. You know? Yeah.
Anyway, Varolus mentioned Orc Boy.
Yeah.
Orc Boy, who supposedly is Calcifer.
Mind blown, by the way.
And then he mentioned phylacteries or something, like in lineage stones.
Yeah.
Do I know anything about a lineage stone?
You probably wouldn't know much about a lineage stone since you're not from an actual town. So if you wanted to ask in character.
What is a lineage stone?
Each main settlement has a lineage stone. It's an artifact, a gem that holds the history of the town in it, but according to Varolus, it sounds like they're different. Like, there's more to them than what we thought. And when we encountered Calcifer before, when he was posing as Lars, they were doing something fishy with the lineage stones. Like, they were forging one and wanting it to swap out for another one. But I don't know how that plays with the Rothian Veilbelin thing. But if you're an enemy to Rothia, then you're an enemy to Veilbelin. Because they're working in cahoots.
There's just a lot going on.
There is.
And we're in Veildelin, right?
Yes.
I'm a Veildelinian.
Yep. Your forest outside of Moonreach is right up in Veildelin. So you've been here for as long as you know, I imagine.
Maybe I was born here.
Maybe it's
Probably.
Maybelline.
Maybe I'm a Rothian.
Probably not.
No, you're not a Rothian.
That's right, I don't suck.
I don't know if any dwarves go that way or have come from that way, unless they're merchants.
Have you ever been there?
No. There's also...
Oh, yeah, you said that dwarves come from the south.
Yes.
Right.
Most of them aren't there anymore, though. They've scattered. But
Right.
this is irrelevant. Like, the council wanted us to go to Roundfoot Town. Like, they orchestrated all of that for us to be there. I'm hoping it's not to have gotten us gone from Wolves Rest. Like, they very well could have made this giant distraction.
Yeah, well, there were lots of loose-lipped people who told everybody about Wolves Rest, our secret town.
Lindsey's pretty bubbly, right?
Yeah. And you guys are probably feeling a pretty intense buzz now, FYI.
I'm gonna dump some whimsy in my tub and hope it makes bubbles.
Odd or even?
Even.
It makes bubbles.
Yeah!
A small amount of bubbles, but then disperse.
Well, that made me feel better for a second.
So, Olafeist knew our names. He knew who we were. How did he know that? He's been on a different plane that entire time.
I don't know much about Archfey, but when I was in the ethereal plane, the great adversary knew instantly who I was and could interact with me as such. Maybe when we enter a being's native plane, we leave a signature or something that tells them about us.
I mean, we did have some smells going on before.
I'm taking care of it.
You are, buddy. It's good.
All I know about Archfey is that they're really, really powerful.
There's so much we need to know about what happened at Roundfoot Town. We need to know where the king is, if possible, if he's alive or dead.
I'm not counting on him
Prince
making
Othis,
that out.
Prince Othis was there. There's so
Crazy.
much. There's so many things we have to go back to Roundfoot Town. We have to find our friends.
I just don't. Yeah, I just don't know if they're even going to be there,
They might not, but
and I don't know where.
I mean, it could be. We could be in the past for all I know. I don't know what's going on, but
That's a scary thought.
I'm gonna try to dump
Do you have a
more
dark
weed.
past?
No, but I'd rather not relive my whole life.
I do know one thing. I have the Nightmare Diamond.
If
still.
we were in the past, wouldn't we be babies right now?
I'm gonna try to... I'm gonna try to dump more whimsy
There
in
were
my
a
tub.
few years in between babyhood and now.
Well, I know I used to look a bit different, like a few years back. My beard wasn't all the way down to the ground, and
Your beard is still very long.
I don't think we're babies.
I don't think so either. I think we're good. This fucking guy.
She says in everyone's minds.
What do you mean by that?
I wonder what Hirstag would look like without a beard. Maybe you are a baby. Who knows?
Ooh, maybe we should shave it and see.
Come
Come on, it'll
you
be
got a
fun.
hair lip or something.
No, I just like my beard.
But maybe you'll like it even better if
Maybe
it doesn't
I'll
exist.
never know.
Would you ever get a beard cut?
No.
What about a beard braid?
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh, all right. Braiding party coming up here.
Most dwarves worth their salt have a beard braid.
Yeah, I'll take a braid.
All right.
I say as I have no beard braid.
Can I? Okay.
All
so-
this talk about beard braids has made me really crave beer bread.
What is that?
Bread made out of beer.
Yeast?
It's so good. You've never had it?
That was mostly out of character.
But we also made
Now
it
it's
in.
canon. Gorbel loves beer bread.
We
Well-
do need to go back to Roundfoot Town. I feel like we're just going to keep encountering hazard after hazard
It's true.
without finding any answers until we get back there and try to get to the bottom of what happened.
Alright, so we wait until the mansion's gone. We use Hirstag's spell to transport back to the base of Roundfoot Town, see if we can even get out of there without going to the tree. go to the tree, leave Roundfoot Town.
Also, there is a
Okay.
quick stop I need to make
What?
if we end up
Where?
in that underground gnome village. I don't remember if I had time to tell you, but when I met Mandorin down there, when the whole bomb situation was going on, he told me to have a look in this pool.
What was in there?
I didn't look in.
Oh,
What?
you didn't look in?
I was running to try to
Hirstag.
defuse the bomb.
But when Mandorin tells
How's
you to look
looking
in
into
the
a
pool, you look
gonna
in
help
a pool.
us defuse the bombs?
I don't know. It could have been just like a set of instructions on how to defuse the bomb.
If we could find Mandorin, that would also be good because he knows Varolus.
Yeah, I like man, and I like him. I just need a good.
That
face.
would have been useful to have Varolus here because
Yeah, but I think he would have like shriveled into dust if we brought him.
Yeah.
Real sad.
Maybe we can figure
I'm gonna
out
pour
some
more
way to
whimsy
get
in
him
my tub.
out of there.
for the homies.
But yeah, I want to stop and take a look and see kind of what that was all about. But
That would have been great for you to do at the time.
It sure would.
yeah, and then we would have had a whole city blowing up around us.
You
But-
weren't the one defusing the bomb, man.
That's true.
Yeah.
Next time, look into the fucking pool.
Fine.
But before we do anything, we've got to get some braids in your hair, Hurst. Are you ready to get braided up?
Yes.
I'm getting pruny. I don't know about you guys. Do you
Yeah.
want to go into the study?
Yeah. Study braid
I'm
party.
not much for reading.
Hot chocolate.
Don't worry about that.
Does everyone want braids?
Paul, can we get PJs?
Yeah, no problem. And he walks out of the room for just a moment and returns with a platter full of comfortable-looking silk PJs, and he hands one out to each of you guys. He sees that Chester's still sleeping in the tub, and so he just sets it at the little table next to it.
Please tell me he has little pajamas for Shadow.
Odd or even.
Even.
He's got little pajamas for Shadow. He slides it over Shadow's, puts his little arms through there. They're like pink silk pajamas. It's got a little hole for his tail. He's just wagging his tail.
Could I also get replacement clothes for under my armor?
Yeah, no problem. Would you got a color preference or?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
Something that's functional that I can maybe with a hood that I could still use.
Okay, yeah, we'll make sure once you're out of your PJs, you'll have access to that.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I wonder what Hazel's doing and the kids.
Probably taking care of your kids.
Yeah.
That's a whole other thing.
What if
Dating
they're-
must be hard.
What if we're all like 3 years older and you have toddlers now?
That'd be cool.
There's something strange about Lyra. She might be the key to freeing work rag.
Well, that'd be cool and convenient, right?
If something happens to me,
That would mean that
then
the key was inside you all along.
if something happens to me,
In your balls.
then are you the key master? If something happens to me, then you guys need to figure out what's up with Lyra.
Well, if something happens to you, I can just bring you back from the dead.
Right.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah, it's fine. What?
I take a long sip of my hot chocolate.
So you guys are now down in the study. We'll say that this happened while you guys were walking. You're in the study drinking hot chocolate.
I'm breathing.
You guys left Chester up in the tub, by the way.
He'll be fine.
I'll figure it out.
So you guys spent a little bit of time chatting and drinking.
I'm gonna look through the books and see if I can find any spells for my little ritual book.
You don't find any spells for your ritual book. You just see lots of like gobbledygook inside there, almost as if they're just like there for show.
I'll try the next one.
Every book,
maybe like 2 minutes.
every book you look at, you can't understand. It looks like it's in some bizarre language, and some are like really rudimentary drawings in there.
I'll go take a seat with the rest of them.
Okay. And you guys spend some time chatting, and you spend a few hours to the point that you feel like you would have had a long rest.
Yeah. Can I have braided Hirstag's beard and hair?
Give me a performance roll, both of you.
Oh, yeah. And remember, can I roll at advantage?
No.
Even with my background? With my sisters?
Fine.
Yeah.
It's a good point.
Oh, it was worse. Well, that's okay. 9 plus 14, so 23.
Yeah, you fucking did a dope-ass braid in his beard.
And
Did he have a preference for how he wanted it to
Yeah,
look?
how would
Dwarven.
Okay. So would you have gone with his wishes and tried to do like a dwarven?
Sure.
Give me a history check just to see if you would know what a dwarven. Oh yeah,
man.
you had a few ideas in mind. So now
I could have helped.
there's
21.
a 3-prong beard. It's 3 separate sections, but it's all nicely braided all the way down. And they even asked for one of the servants to give like a little bauble, and they slipped that on the end and then kept braiding it. So now you've got this nicely braided beard cord with a silver bauble in it.
That looks good.
Just so you know, the stuff
you.
that is here, it doesn't exist when
When you leave.
Yeah, so that'll fall out.
Aw.
Me next.
Okay. All right. I keep rolling off the table.
Yes, you
Oh,
braid.
wait, at advantage.
Well,
Just in case it's really good.
I asked
And
you
it
a while back
is
what Gorbel's
super
hair
good.
is like. What does it look like?
It's dark. It's
dark blue.
Is it like
Yeah.
straight?
yeah, it's pretty straight. It's usually kept like half up,
Is it like long or?
like shoulder length.
Okay.
So you braid
I
Gorbel's
rolled
hair.
33 for Gorbel.
So yes, what kind of
So
braid are you
good.
given, Gorbel?
What kind of braid would Gorbel have wanted?
I mostly just want the top part done, and I want it to somehow look like a net. I want it all to be intertwined.
Okay,
right.
so you did that. You
Yeah.
gave like this net braid all across the top of her head, and the rest is spilling out.
And when I
beneath.
get done, mwah! It's all good.
Amazing
You're
work.
really good with hair. Pinwin.
Pinwin, this
I am.
is your finest braid yet.
Oh, thank you. Oh, wow.
Maybe you should be a
Now,
barber.
now you should braid
It's only-
Tomar's beard.
All right,
No,
Tomas.
it's too short.
Yeah, it's pretty short,
Oh.
and he's got no head hair.
Okay.
Why are you
I could
looking at
give
me
you
like that?
like a plant beard.
No,
That sounds
I'm
so scratchy.
I'm fine.
Would that look bad?
Yes.
It'll grow. It'll grow within like a month, probably.
You could have like a really long beard right now.
My hair's not growing though, and that's concerning. But
I'll cast plant growth on the top of his head.
Maybe we all
can I resist that?
No. I mean, he can try to dodge
Wait, wouldn't
me.
that like break out of his scalp and stuff?
I don't know. Let's just forget it. There's a chance the skull would just
Yeah, he just dies.
I like the idea of him starting doing it, and then we're just like, and then he stops.
I've never tried it before, though. I want to try it sometime.
Maybe try it on a dead head. Yeah.
Hirstag gives you a thumbs up awkwardly. So you guys, what's the plan once you guys exit?
Well, I think I said the plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
so
to
my
reiterate.
plan is to exit, and then I'm going to cast a teleportation circle right where we exit the mansion.
Does that take a certain amount of time to cast?
Is it a ritual?
Hope not. No, it's a feature. It's a feature of the Circle of Dreams.
So I think as soon as this fades away, we have weapons at the ready. We do like a circle around Hirstag, all facing out, ready to defend.
All right.
Casting time is 1 minute,
Okay, so you'll need 1 minute of time. Okay,
but that's just
now are you guys
Draw
going
the
to?
glyphs
What is
and
the plan
whatnot.
to exit, or are you just going to wait the 24 hours until it disperses?
I say we take advantage of
yeah.
this
We
little
might as well just wait
vacation.
and have a
Okay.
little-
So tell me
Nice
what
time.
you guys do for the next 24 hours while in preparation, so we can kind of streamline this.
I'm gonna try to reach out to see if I could feel work rag or anything. Any
Okay, so you're gonna
hint
spend a lot of time
anything.
praying.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to impress all the servants and play my lute.
Okay. You have a built-in audience. You realize over the next few hours, anytime you take your lute out, they all start clapping and applauding, like very energetically and enthusiastically. You seem to have really won them over.
Great.
What are you going to use your time to do, Hirstag?
I asked Gorbel, are these servants like real people?
I mean, no. But here, yes.
They look familiar.
Don't disrespect them.
Did you base them off of people?
Loosely. Just some hot people I've met in my life.
Are there any hot dwarves?
I mean, what's your type?
Like wide and muscular?
It's best not to get attached to these, Hirstag. If you wanted me to find woman outside of this mansion, then that would probably be a different conversation.
I feel like that's really taking advantage. It's not that kind of how.
All right. I'll try to just woo some real women, I guess. I was hoping for some practice.
Well, they're going to do whatever you say in here.
Okay,
So that's...
It's not the same as a real person.
I'll practice on real women then.
You could practice on Gorbel.
No, you can't.
You looked over hopefully. Gorbel, what are you going to spend this time doing?
I'm going to get a massage.
Okay, gotcha.
Then I'm going to head down to the kitchen, and I'm going to practice my stew making because that's something I really enjoy.
Okay. So you guys spend the next probably 18 hours or so, napping, sleeping, resting. You're fully rested by the time you do the things that you wanted to be doing, and
They brought me clothes.
they brought you clothes.
I'll also
What do
play
they
with
look like?
Shadow. I forgot
So
about
they're
that.
they're very elegantly made, like a nice little orange cape, a blue vest, and red shirt underneath, and then black pants.
Is there a hood?
There's a hood on the cape, yeah.
What's the cape color again?
Orange.
Oh, okay. What's going on?
I wouldn't bother putting it in your inventory, though,
it will disappear.
That's true.
which will be funny.
It's like, I've got all new clothes.
And then Gorbel, you can kind of feel when the time's running down, when it's just about to end, you can kind of feel the magic starting to ebb.
Is everybody ready? It's about time.
I suppose I'm ready.
I was born that way, probably.
Chester,
Feeling replenished.
he pats his dolls on the
My
head.
pores feel great.
Yeah.
All right. Now, we don't know what we're going to see out there. So be ready for anything.
Always.
Hirstag, be as speedy as you can.
It will take exactly 1 minute.
Well, don't fiddle fuck around.
I'll try not to.
What
And
does that mean?
and with that, you guys can start to feel this rumbling.
Bye, servants. I love you. Thank you.
We love you, Pinwin! And the facade just kind of starts to fade, and
Hero pose.
all of a sudden, you guys all pose. Chester just clutches both of his dolls in his hand and looks a little afraid. And you guys come out into the same room you exited, and it's dead silent and dark.
Go.
The door has been busted in, pieces all over the place, but you can see a bunch of footprints or spider prints in the ground, but you don't see anything around you.
All right, I'm going to kneel down and start making glyphs in Druidic in
the
a circle
dust?
around me
Okay.
on the ground.
You guys watch
and
that
gradually they'll start to light up over a minute.
Okay. So you guys are watching him do this. You guys are standing at the ready. You notice, Tomar, that your nice clothing that they got for you is now gone.
Son of a bitch.
Your armor is nicely polished, though. In fact, all of you guys' clothes that you did have been mended, and armor has been polished and repaired. And Hirstag, you still have the braid, but that bauble is no longer in your braid.
Oh.
And you guys are just kind of standing there at the ready, waiting. And you three give me a perception check.
Me?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, everybody but Hirstag.
27.
Dicks.
19.
9.
Go ahead. You two, Tomar and Pinwin, can hear out in the distance, outside of this building, you can hear a tick, 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 getting louder and faster. Sounds as if maybe one or two sets of spider legs making their way somewhere quickly. Closer.
Towards us?
Yes.
Oh no. What do we do?
What?
I think they're coming closer.
I'm riding as fast
I don't
as
see anything.
can.
I'm going to send Bill out,
Okay.
and I'm just going to have him just start clomping down the stairs away from the building.
Okay, so you... And the goat appears and looks at you, Tomar, and you indicate it to go, so it gets... And it tears off out of there, and it makes it out about 10 seconds, and then you can hear many arrows striking near the outside as if they're shooting at Bill. And you can hear the arrows hitting the stone, and then you hear lots of voices shouting out. And you can see... And now you can see off in the distance through the doorway, 2 Driders are making a beeline right for this doorway where the goat emerged from. They're about 50 feet away from you guys.
Pinwin, do you have aim?
I have aim.
All right, do you gonna fire?
I see them.
You can see them about 50 feet away from you guys, running towards you.
I will fire Hail of Thorns.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. 20.
20?
7.
27 hits. So Pinwin fires an arrow at the first Drider, striding. It's traveling fast, too, so this is probably going to hurt him a little bit more. So whatever you roll, you're going to add an extra d6 to your damage.
What is that? 4 damage?
4 damage, and then what's the resistance for the Hail of Thorns?
Wait.
I forgot my regular one. Okay, my regular damage was 10 plus Hail of Thorns, so that's 4.
Okay.
And then
Thorns does multiple d10, doesn't it?
It's cast at first level.
I don't know. I don't have as many spell slots in my other ones. But you do have to do a dex save of 18.
Does not save.
All right. So then, Rain of Thorns sprouts from my ranged weapon. Each creature within 5 feet. Did you do a saving throw for everyone in 5 feet?
Nope. There's 2 of them running pretty close together, so they've been within 5 feet. Neither of them save, so this arrow...
Okay, so they get all that damage.
And the thorns come springing out, and it actually slows them in their step.
Okay, so 14 damage.
14 damage. Oh, they look like they took a nice little hit there.
Okay.
Okay. Guys, roll initiative.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like there's about 2 rounds left before you'll be able to cast this.
11.
14.
11. 14.
7.
16. I mean 18.
Which one of you had 14? Which one had 11?
I had 14.
I had 11.
Okay. Okay, Gorbel, it's your turn.
I'm
What are
going
you
to
gonna
use my crossbow.
do? Okay, you're going to fire at him.
Yeah.
Okay.
21.
21 hits.
Hey. Okay. 9 damage.
9 damage. All right. 1. And it slows. It is now looking pretty wounded. It's got a bolt and a thorny arrow sticking out of its chest, and the other one kind of outpaces it and gets ahead of it. Tomar, it's your turn.
Okay, so the one that's making it ahead, make him make a dex save.
Okay. 19.
Alright, he succeeds. Alright, I tried to do containment field,
Oh, gotcha.
but he pulled through.
So, yeah, just kind of moving too quickly. Pinwin, it's your turn again.
I will actually try to cast Hypnotic Pattern.
Okay.
And Wisdom save 17 for anyone who sees it.
Okay. 1 saves, 1 does not.
Okay, so then it's...
Which one?
The one behind does not save. The one that's still rushing forward does save.
Okay, so the one that didn't save is charmed and is incapacitated and has a speed of 0.
Okay, so that one, not even wounded, it stops. and it seems to be staring off into space.
Cool.
The other one, though, is still rushing. It's now about 20 feet away.
Okay.
Hirstag.
Do I have another
yeah.
action?
No, because you cast a spell.
Oh, I can't do like a regular one. Oh, okay.
Hirstag, it's your turn.
I will continue to try to write those glyphs.
Okay. All right. The Drider holds 3 fingers in front of it while it's running, and you can see a dark energy pulsating in front. And who would be standing?
Me.
You? You're standing in the front?
Yep.
Okay. Give me a wisdom save.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Wow.
nice. So I will give this to you, but you see it's a little flame appear above its fingers and fly at you. You move out of the way, and you move so deftly. It was sure that it was going to hit you with this. You move so deftly. I will give you an attack of opportunity to, or a what's the word? Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank.
Reaction?
A reaction. Yes.
I mean, he's within 20 feet.
Yes.
So I can't really do anything.
Okay.
I'll flip him the bird. Is he still running towards
Yes, he's
me?
still running towards you.
Does he make it up to me then?
Yes, in this amount of time, he will have made it up to you.
So can I hit him then?
You can hit him as a
Okay.
reaction.
Natural 20.
Are you serious? Holy fuck.
Thank you, Easy Roller.
Okay, so natural 20.
Not allowed to be frivolous.
What?
Oh, my Siri must have thought I said... Oh, because I said, are you serious?
Oh.
And Siri thought that I was talking. All right, so a natural 20 on a reaction. Give me that max damage, baby.
21.
21. So you chop into it, and it takes a nice grievous wound. And 21?
Yeah.
Okay. Show me what you got.
Oh.
Woo.
All right. So I dodge out of the way of the fire,
And it races up next to
and
you.
then I spin around and I do a diagonal slice down across his torso.
And you just watch it fall apart. Now you can see behind, there's that one that's frozen in place, staring off into space, but now many more Driders are heading this direction. They're still like 50, 60 feet off. Gorbel, it's your turn.
All right. I'm going to cast Stinking Cloud.
Stinking Cloud. All right. So you step out and you bend over, grab your cheeks, and
Yep.
what's the range on that, or the radius?
It's a 20-foot radius,
Okay.
and it can go out 90 feet.
Okay. So how far away are you casting this?
I want to cast it, like, right on the group that's coming.
Okay. So you aim out the door like the spleen from Mystery Men, and you watch this, like,
That
cloud.
is an old ass reference.
Yeah, I know. I'm dating myself a little bit. You watch this like trail fly out the door, and this cloud appear, and several of the Driders rush into it. And is it a Constitution save?
17.
I'll do 3 rolls. Only one of them saves, but you hear like, but one like, like keeps steamrolling on through. And all right, Tomar.
I'm going to take the dodge action.
Okay, gotcha. Pinwin.
I'll try to cast Shatter
Okay,
at third level.
on this one that's racing towards you. It's about 20 feet away from you guys now.
Isn't there a big group of them, though?
Yeah, about 50 feet away, but a lot of them are being overwhelmed by this gas.
That's true. Can I not do that?
That's fine, yeah.
Okay, cool. Instead, I think I'll do Halo Thorns at first level again
Okay, go ahead and roll.
for this one nearby, or closest ones. Woo! Not so good, but 14.
Does not hit.
Yeah, whoa.
So the arrow flies over its shoulder as it just keeps rushing. And it gets inside the building at this moment. And Hirstag, you have finally put the last glyph into place. The whole thing lights up.
All right, everybody. Hop on in.
All right.
And I hop in.
You hop in. All right. The rest of you, are you going to hop in?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Tomar, you hop on in. All of you guys. You see him, go to, he's got a sword, and he just goes to, swipe, but you've already, left that spot. And you
If
guys
he took the dodge action, then he would get disadvantage on his attack of opportunity.
Really?
Yeah, but it wouldn't just automatically dodge.
Okay. Natural 1. So the Drider goes to swipe at you, Tomar, but you already and it loses its balance and it tumbles to the ground and ting ting ting. Its sword actually bounces into the glowing ritual circle and disappears. And it falls and as you guys all jump into the circle.
I do with that anime. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you see somebody do something shitty and look like an idiot.
And you guys all you feel your body being compressed a little bit and stretched a little bit, but not painfully so. Just you feel like you're moving very quickly through a portal, and then you guys are standing in the center of a pile of rubble, and you see that it's the open night sky, and the moons, the 3 moons, are clear in the sky, but it's very warm out. You can smell
not winter.
Not winter.
What the fuck?
You can smell the smell of flowers. You can't really see them, and you can hear off in the distance birds chirping. But you guys are standing in a pile of rubble, and you can see mountains kind of skirting around in the distance. And as you look around, you can see the decimated remains of the top level of Roundfoot Town. Because if you recall, the last place you guys did a long rest was in the barracks of those gnomes' hideout.
Oh.
Right before you went to the camp. That was the last time you guys got a long rest. And now you're standing there just in the middle of this rubble. It doesn't look like anything has recovered. It all just looks like decimated remains. In fact, off in the distance, you can see a deer kind of look up as you guys appear and then scamper off.
Shit.
And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Shit.
All right. So that was an interesting episode.
Sure.
Yeah, we had a lot of everything. We had action, we had massages and baths and drinks.
Romance. Pinwin was in love with that whimsy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot in that episode. A lot of close calls too. But yeah, so you guys are now in the destroyed remains of Roundfoot Town, and as I mentioned, it's warm. And
That's not a good sign.
I
No.
hate this.
Or it's a great sign because it means it's nice out and it won't
Time
be
heals
so
all wounds,
cold.
really.
let's allocate some experience here.
Okay.
So let me pull my little handy dandy thingamabob up here. Okay, so for the for the battle on the bridge, you guys are going to take 8,000 experience points.
Whoa.
Woo.
There's a lot to that. You guys did a lot of cool shit, and we're just going to allocate it all at 8,000. And then for the quick thinking in the abandoned city below, you guys, and getting into the marvelous mansion. Majestic. What is it?
Magnificent.
Magnificent.
I swear to
Sorry,
God, sir.
the minimal mansion.
The Mangina Mansion.
You guys can all have an additional 200 experience points. Hirstag for circumventing the climb through the Underdark and figuring out a way of getting your party safely out. You can have an additional 100 experience points. And you guys, for protecting him, can have 50 while he casts that spell.
All right.
And you guys can have an additional 50 for, just general chatter, taking baths. Hirstag, you can have another 10 for finally taking a warm bath for the first time in your life.
Woo.
Ow.
Anything else you guys deserve experience for?
I hung a spider.
You did hang a spider. I'll give you an extra 10 because I'll figure that all. You guys all did cool shit on the bridge.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can have an extra 10 for fucking accidentally being a badass.
When I didn't even necessarily want to be a badass. Just wanted to restrain, but I don't know.
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, I didn't feel like I did much.
Yeah.
You guys
We
all
were all
did.
just role playing.
Yeah, and you guys all did a
you
great
made the
job.
mansion for which we escaped to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I came up with the idea though.
That's why I kind of clumped it all together for figuring out a way of biting yourselves sometimes as a group. That's why you got the 200. You guys had a lot of group synergy. It was really good. Several times, not just the two. Like you guys were like he cast the that thing to make sure you guys could go practically unseen, and you guys kept them back.
Launching Driders
I was
bridge.
specifically talking about like the moment where one of the party
had
members
to
is like not
concentrate, yeah.
and they're
And you
all
had to protect it.
defending.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a mini game on Mass Effect 3 multiplayer that was pretty fun, where one of the party members was like disabled, couldn't fight.
I'm a nerd. We're a nerdcast. It's fun. I mean, we're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
You know what else I'm proud of?
This is a tabletop games podcast, Elijah, not a video game podcast.
We have been pretty accepting of Chester. We have not done anything to restrain him, harm him.
I even let him sleep in the tub, and you guys didn't do anything. So that's good. You didn't like hit him in the face or like drag him out and force him to tell you all his secrets.
Did we teleport him?
yeah, I
with
want to know
us?
what's in his backpack, though.
He came with.
Cool. I hope.
Yeah, he was trying to get out of there.
Maybe leave a note
That's true.
for check his backpack or something.
Yeah. Make sure you take notes on stuff that you want to do in the future. Yeah. So now here you are. Let's do the MVPC.
Are you going to count?
So it's
Are you guys ready?
2, 3.
Yes.
4.
Tomar's 1, Hirstag's 2,
Can we
Pinwin's
just think
3.
for a minute?
Yes. Take 12 seconds to think.
I don't even need to think.
Yeah, I know mine.
I know.
Does everybody know theirs? Hirstag's the only one?
Time's up.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Vote. We've got 1 vote for Gorbel, 1 vote for Pinwin, and 2 votes for Hirstag. So Hirstag is the MVPC. But first, tell me why you voted the way you did, Tomar.
Fucking whirlwind and the plant growth on the bridge.
Yeah,
like,
it was super dope.
how much you can do to the whirlwind, man.
And the getting you guys out of the Underdark. And
Nah, fuck that part. The whirlwind. That's why I did it.
Gorbel, why'd you vote for Hirstag?
Busting out cool new spells, and he is a way to get us out of there that
yeah, that's
involves not having
really
to go
true.
through a big den of spider people. So that's worth a lot to me. Like, a lot. I don't like spiders.
Hirstag, why'd you vote for Pinwin?
Because he is like the best hair person apparently in the world.
Yeah.
So
And a great drinker, too.
I've got a fresh new look now. I'm ready to go out and meet my soulmate.
Got a new release online.
With zero practice.
Pinwin, why'd you vote for Gorbel?
Because I just emotionally really needed a spa day. And that was just perfect. So that was awesome.
All right. Well, Hirstag, you are the MVPC, so go ahead and take your extra experience and get the fuck out of here.
Woo! Whee!
All right. Well, that's it for Thursday's episode, folks. We'll see you next Monday, and we'll see how the Wolf Boys get out of this one, and hopefully,
And girl.
and the girl, the lady,
Woman.
the woman.
Don't forget to like, comment. Please leave a review because they will be read on the air.
Yes, leave reviews. We read those.
Share the podcast.
Yes, share. Do all the good bullshit we love.
We're getting steadily more listens, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we'll get even more if you tell your friends about it.
Yeah,
and
tell your
let 'em
friends
know.
and your family. Share this. We really appreciate it when you do. We love interacting with you guys on Twitter and on Instagram.
And
yeah.
we love you.
And we love you.
We
And
love you.
once again, special shout out to Adrian Von Ziegler.
We love you.
for the
I
music.
love you.
We
We all love you guys.
I love you, Seth. I mean, audience.
Well, poetry
I'm
finally comes
Tomas.
out. So yeah, I am Seth, your host and DM, and thanks for listening to the D20 Syndicate podcast, where we go on adventures so you don't have to. Bye.
What?
It's an obstacle.
A big ass bottom lip.
I technically have a.
I wish I could make cricket sounds.
It's not a story.
How do you
This
make
story
cricket
sucks.
sounds? Ooh,
Was that good?
No,
Yeah, that's not bad.
pretty close.
he's humoring you.
Does it need to go lower?
Maybe.
No.
Nope, that's more of a
It's
pigeon.
high pitched.
Sound like
Cricket's
a
on
dumbass
steroids.
owl.
Jacked cricket.
That looks like it hurts.
That's not bad.
In my mind, it sounds amazing. There is like a literal cricket in my mouth right now.
Oh no, I'm gonna need my phone.
That sounds really cute. I like crickets.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't know why I'm not looking at anybody but you.
I like. Maybe we should get one sometime.
Who was telling me about guard crickets? Is that a thing?
Guard cricket?
Yeah.
You're not on the list.
Okay, hold on.
Get the fuck out of here.
Hold on.
We're at a park.
Yeah, and it's my part. Get the fuck out of here.
Let me take a peek.
Seth, can you push the table slightly towards us? Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh, maybe I'm totally just making this up.
Maybe it was a dream.
Do you see my?
No. Was it crickets?
Were
Was
you
it
thinking
grasshoppers?
of guard dogs?
Oh!
This is embarrassing.
Those are my old dice.
She doesn't use those janky old
Yeah,
beans.
now I have my weapons. I mean dice. Heh.
Ow.
Home intruder? I don't think so.
Critical hit.
D4 to the eyeball. Like, oh!
He'll never see again.
I imagine Home Alone booby trapping your house with these dice.
Yeah.
Oh, like instead of Christmas ornaments, when he comes in the window,
Yeah.
he steps on a shitload of dice. Oh,
Really
man.
bad.
Oh,
That would suck.
this would go right in your foot.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah, that's like a blade.
It's like
I
a
don't even
trench
like
spike.
touching the D4. Ow! My sweet supple fingers.
Not anymore.
If you were a hot dog, would you eat yourself?
I would.
I would only eat parts.
The ends.
And only on like special occasions.
You gotta eat the ends because they look like buttholes.
What hot dogs are you eating?
They do though.
They do.
They look like little blue
You ever
knots.
seen a hot
kinda.
dog
Have you
before?
eaten?
Oh, I don't eat many hot dogs. So I don't eat like ballpark franks at the gas station.
They look like buttholes.
Do they pinch off?
Kind
the
of like cat
sphinx
buttholes.
on those?
I don't know. I've never thought about it. Maybe. I just eat them.
You never looked at a hot dog and been like, yeah, here comes the butthole.
I can't say that I have, but now it's all going to be a little.
Wait, what do you refer to that part of the hot dog as?
I don't.
The anus?
The end?
The bell
Why am I
end.
the weird one in this scenario? You guys don't talk about a hot dog butthole.
Everyone talks about this. Normal conversation.
Man,
I've
missed
had
out.
tens of thousands of conversations about hot dog butts.
Tens of thousands.
Hey, we're a hot dog butthole. Welcome to our show. We're gonna play some songs for you today. This is classic jazz. And a one, and a two, and a hot dog butthole.
And
I feel perfectly fine.
Yeah, I feel fine.
Perfectly
And
fine.
slept
super
well.
ready to record.
I feel
Let's record.
fine.
Previously on.
Do it again.
That sucked. Do it over. No, somebody was talking.
Hurting
when
my
you
I was
confidence.
singing.
Did really well.
Well, just don't start doing it when someone's doing something.
Previously on the Lineage of Moonreach. So we escape.
I think I moved my chair right as he was starting.
Why? Why didn't you just not move your chair at all?
I had moved my
Now's a good
chair.
time to adjust myself.
No,
when
I
speaking.
had
I'm
moved
going to do it quietly, though, so nobody can hear.
It was like...
Previously on the Lineage of Moonreach. I feel like I'm too far now.
You're not. You sound fine. Do you want me to turn you up in the headphones?
No. Began to try to make our way out. Don't fucking laugh. we began our journey to the surface. God damn it!
We begin.
I don't get to reroll twos.
Yeah, they get to reroll ones and twos. Look it up.
I think it's just
Just
one.
one.
Or is that just
we
lucky?
found.
Am I going to look
I
like
don't
an
think
asshole?
Maybe it is.
It's not
We'll
lucky.
have to
It's
check
not any-
later.
There is no
You're
ability
confusing
that
it
does
with
that.
our ability score rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
We
can
roll
check it
reroll
later.
ones and twos when we do our ability scores.
Oh, I might be.
Yeah. You get to reroll ones as a halfling, and luck is just you get to reroll 3 times.
Oh, you're right. It
right.
is just ones. Sorry, I did confuse it with that.
You said that very arrogantly too. You're like, look it up. Roast
Done
it.
already looked it up.
I was assuming you were talking about not re-rolling.
Roasted. Roast.
I didn't even roast you, but I'm taking pleasure in it.
He
Okay,
feels roasted.
I smell some roastage.
so that
I was waiting for it. Yeah. Oh, baby.
Okay, so not to ruin the intensity.